Hello.
Hello. Welcome to another iteration of ORP Watching, the Overlap Rugby podcast. We're going to be taking a look along with you guys today at round 2 of Super Rugby Aotearoa between the Blues and the Chiefs.
That's right, yeah. Well, it's the Chiefs and the Blues. We are in Waikato, I believe.
We are
today.
indeed. We are indeed.
Hometown advantage for the Chiefs, which is a thing, obviously, because there's a massive crowd. Looks
Indeed.
like 30,000 or so in
Waikato Stadium, about 25. Going to be another full house. Last week we took a look. We watched along with you guys to the opening game, the Highlanders against the Chiefs.
Yeah,
which saw the Highlanders win, and then following, we haven't had a chance to talk about last week.
Yeah,
there was the Blues
looking great
against the Hurricanes, looking out of this world good. I mean, there were it was a really super organized, disciplined performance. Tons of standout performances, forwards and backs. Rieko Ioane looking a new man.
True.
Otere Black looking like an out-half made.
Yeah.
Beauden Barrett slotting in brilliantly.
Lovely, yeah.
Like the huge amount of momentum swinging with the Blues. And, one of the themes of the opening weekend was sort of that new life thing where the Blues had, the Blues and the Highlanders both less fancied in years gone by.
Looking good at the very start of this season.
Performances with their backs to the wall. It's got an interesting dynamic, and the Chiefs, by contrast, are now the team with the backs to the wall themselves.
And they need a win, especially at home, first home game. They'll definitely fancy this. It's a tough one, tough one to call, because I think on paper I prefer the Blues team,
Absolutely.
But also just the home advantage factor is such a thing that both home teams won last week, and the crowds
both home teams won. Both teams that you're getting bigger crowds with bigger atmospheres than you've ever seen before in the Super Rugby Aotearoa. It's massive for New Zealand, and now the Chiefs, where last week the Highlanders and the Blues were the teams with their backs to the walls, needing a win with a huge crowd behind them. The Chiefs are almost in that boat themselves.
They are. Yeah, because they still have to face the Crusaders twice, and
if they lose, that's the brutal nature that will be this competition, week on week. But if they fall behind with losses to the Highlanders and the Blues, it's not going to be easy for them.
No.
Listen, before we go into it, the game's almost about to kick off. It's a couple of minutes away, I think. Kick off. We're just taking a look at the teams in the changing rooms. We've gone through this a couple of times before in the World Cup and last week, but for any of you who are new, if you have any questions for us, if you want to say anything, give us a shout in the comments section.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we have a scoreboard here, and we're going to have a match clock here. Let us know if there are any issues with audio or any issues with seeing any of this stuff. And as we go, we'll try and keep the match clock going more or less as it is on screen, so that you guys can hopefully watch along with us in and around the same time. And we'll sort of be giving you our take on the game.
We'll be commentating along on the match and watching the Super Rugby as it is.
Yeah, and it's just there's been a wonderful, refreshing atmosphere to it. The only real downside last week was just the penalty count was massive. The Chiefs did adjust particularly well to that.
It seems there obviously there are a few new laws and adjustments that are tinkering in, but just the interpretation, the breakdown seems to be far more stringent on the attacking team, and it's causing a lot of turnover penalties.
Indeed. Yeah, and one of the things to look out for, obviously, is in terms of seeing what happens, the Blues seems to be a better coached, more well-rounded side than what the Chiefs were offering. The Chiefs, obviously, lots of buckets and buckets of talent in that back line. But the shape of what that Blues team were doing was very, very impressive. They were relentlessly physical. They were quite simple in what they did, but very effective. They kicked very well. They had lethal wingers in Caleb Clark and Telea on the two wings, with Beauden at fullback, Rieko in the centre with TJ Faiani and Otere Black looking like a class out half as well. Makes for a very balanced backline. But just before kickoff, as we arrive, I'm going to say that my call is the Blues, and the reason is they're very, very aggressive pack. Won them the game last week. Ofatuanga Fassi at tight head is the most tight head in New Zealand. Brilliant player, really strong in the contact and in the scrum. I can't speak highly enough of him. James Parsons at hooker, brilliant leader. Super line out thrower. Patrick Tuipolotu really
last week,
coming into his own.
Line-out function great.
And then a super back row with Papali'i, who was super impressive last week off the bench. Sotutu at number 8 won the man of the match with play after play after play. The other 21-year-old, and Otere then at 6 coming back into the team. That's a phenomenal pack. We have kicked off and we're going to start our clock. Are we?
We're way behind. Not 10 whole seconds
10
behind.
whole seconds
That doesn't
behind.
bode well for the match clock.
That is kickoff. If you've any questions as you go, obviously you can pop them in the comments. Shane, your pick.
My pick, I'm going to say the Chiefs get it done at home. They need to get it done. The Blues have a history of messing up. The Chiefs will. I'm curious to see if their set piece is any better than it was last week, because that was really the difference. Like they were a match for. That's a great take.
Straight away, Brad Weber box kick taken by Wainui up the left wing.
Beautiful.
Brad Weber whipping it back to Damien McKenzie.
McKenzie's
kick is charged down. That's a beautiful play. Oh, awesome play. Josh Goodhue, the lock, charged down and regathered for the Blues.
Penalty sealing.
Straight away, an attack is off because of a clean out going off its feet. One of the interesting dynamics to this game, which is the reason again that I would lean against the Chiefs despite them being at home, is the weather is a bit wet, and the Chiefs really, when they're at their best, need to be playing very flowy games.
That's true.
There's going to have to be a lot of kicking, and that man who we see on screen, Damien McKenzie, who had a shaky start just there with a kick charge down, is going to need to have a huge game along with Cruden managing the Chiefs around the pitch, because chances are they're going to be getting scrappy ball with a good Blues defense in their faces the whole time.
That's true. They do have Cruden here now as well to share some of that load as far as kicking goes. Cruden, Weber, and McKenzie, I think they do have that game covered. This is more the area that I'm worried about for them. Their line out has been shocking. Yeah. Can they get it right?
Clock has actually somehow managed to right itself. There's now it's wrong. Now it's right.
And here we are.
Chiefs going for the short line ball, but it's straight away. The pink-haired Otere Ioane
bundled out.
Picks up Luke Jacobson and
see that's
throws him
into
touch.
They're fearful of their line out, and that's where you get those gimmicky calls. And the Blues have a good line out, and they just managed that. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, is that loose forward trio is immensely physical, and our chances are, even with impressive guys like Luke Jacobson,
comparably much better line out and maul setup.
They set up a great maul right off the start. Their pack looked very, very organised. Their defence last week, Rieko Ioane in the 13 shirt was putting his hand up for the All Blacks.
Yeah, the All Blacks have some issues in those centres, and if Rieko can start moulding himself into a great 13, that would be great for them.
Handled by Mape. Knocked, tries to take it off, and he's dropped it, but he's
play on
backwards. Blues passing it back into their 22, and Bodie is just going to clear his line.
Let's take Bodie only
infield to Stevenson, and now Damien McKenzie gets to counter attack. Good chase from the Blues.
Beauden gets him.
Chiefs setting up an attack though, middle of the pitch on the 10.
This is where the Chiefs are good, counter-attacking, running rugby, but it's slow.
Wet conditions, obviously, is going to play into this quite a bit. You just saw Damien McKenzie slotting in first receiver. You expect a lot of that tonight, mixing it up with Cruden. But really the key for the Chiefs is not to play in these tight areas, is either to be kicking in behind and probing at that back three, or to be spreading it wide if they're brave enough in these conditions. And that's what they set up to do, whipping behind Cruden. Pushes
That's
up.
A nice little
lovely little set play.
Field.
Lovely little set play. Otere Black is under huge pressure. That was great from the Chiefs. They got a steal!
Clean steal.
I think that was Leonard Brown.
It looked like
brilliant stuff. Now the Chiefs have it in the 22. Sawakula takes it in.
Quick ball.
Another crossfield kick. It's not good enough on it.
It's terrible.
Caleb Clark thinking about having a go. And the Blues clear through Fayani. So you saw some brilliant Chiefs attack. Probably the key to how they're going to have to get around this Blues team with the boot of Aaron Cruden there.
And
but
Cruden
then also
in the air.
The limitations of it as the attack broke down.
He's trying to target Otere Black with that take, but that's a really good take.
More mature every day.
I'm liking this bearded Otere Black. I think it's done wonders for his game.
It's great to have the rugby back, and this is really, you can feel there's a high stakes and also a high quality to it. It's
for sure.
It's a joy to have it back, really.
I just love seeing the crowds instead of hearing that like terrible piped crowd noise on all the other games.
Yes,
just have a real crowd.
Showing Wainui.
Counter attack.
It's just run straight from the middle.
Ankle tap.
Great
by the loose.
Alex Hodgman, some tackle on Wainui. He was away, and McKenzie gets it out the back to Stevenson. Stevenson up the right hand side into the 22. That's lovely.
Good little run. The Chiefs are starting really well.
They are starting like a house on
That's
fire.
A great carry.
But then he knocked it on. They're I'm telling you, the contact area is going to be the Blues, but the speed and the precision still is in that high-flying Chiefs backline. And Sean White-New is a really underrated player. He's got a
Sean
great
White-New's been great.
Yeah.
He started that whole attacking set. Here it is now, this little play.
Yeah, lovely counter-attack from the Chiefs.
It's a really good tackle.
I think you've seen in the early parts of this game how the Chiefs get success. I mean, the Chiefs are a high-tempo team, but they've also got to play smart. The Blues are going to be defending very well. So when they're setting up attacks in the middle of the field, I don't think that the short plays off the multi-phase in the wet weather is going to do much for them. I think you're looking about getting McKenzie or Cruden with a bit of space and a bit of width in a decision-making position, so that if the opposition defensive winger bites in, they're kicking it in behind, and if not, they're whipping it wide to get their wingers on the ball.
Yeah.
In the contact area, they're going to be struggling, and setting up long sets of phase play, I don't think is going to go their way. Sooner or later, they're going to just make errors and get a bit loose.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just the nature of it. The Blues, by contrast, can probably truck it up and take it through the phases and test the Chiefs' defense, but I think the Chiefs, high tempo and looking to exploit where the Blues aren't, and avoiding the contact as much as possible is probably their best approach. Sure. So it's a fun contrast of styles. Here's the first run of Sotutu.
Sotutu is a bit of a barnstorming number 8.
Yeah,
he was brilliant last week as well. It's just a simple exit play for the Blues.
She's handy when you have a number 8 who can do that for you.
It's true.
Set up a very nice.
See the pack weights near identical, 901, 902.
You get a lot of that these days.
Yeah.
The thing about the pack weights is that they're like you used to get like 1,000 kilo packs, but there's such a science to it these days that everyone's more or less the same weight.
You want a bit more mobility, yeah. Kind of peaked in a few years gone by in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of those Six Nations packs from the mid-90s. That is another scrappy lineup.
Again, they
really need to fix
that. They went to the front, and Luke Jacobson was struggling, and they just about managed to scramble some clean ball.
It's like as soon as they get out of the set piece, then they're flowy and dangerous. And here we are again.
Brad Weber with a nice tempo so far. Nick Brown used in the tight and wrapped up by Papali'i. See, this is where I don't think the Chiefs are going to make hay.
Yeah, they just get some quick ball, but their line isn't really set here.
Papali'i with a good tackle there. Chiefs, though, building some phases.
That was a poor pass from Weber.
Yeah.
Bounce pass from MacKenzie.
They're not making much here. No. Just keeping it tight. Leonard Brown having a rumble up the left side now.
Does well, to be fair to him.
Slow one-off carriers at the moment for the Chiefs in the wet.
Mm-hmm.
So set up an attack from the left-hand side.
Just on the speculative crossfield kick. Could be coming.
Well, they need to put some width in the ball. They're multi-phase, and they get very lucky there. For my money, they're being rucked off that ball. The curious new interpretations coming to the rescue for a team again, which you're seeing a lot of.
Releasing.
Call us, but the tackler didn't release. Now, you have to take another look, but it looked to me like it was an attack that was just slow and speculative that was eventually found out and was about to be turned over.
Yeah.
But Ben O'Keefe bails them out, and now the Chiefs set up a line out 5 out.
This is danger, but they still haven't got a line out completely right just yet. This is a good one to start with. They can get any kind of ball set up going, just make them odds on to score, and be the first one to break the donut. Still 0-all 8 minutes in.
Nice line out there, and they peel off the back. Inside ball from Weber, but it goes to no one. Miscommunication, and James Parsons,
lovely kick,
with an excellent clearing kick for the Blues. And now the Chiefs, a little heartbroken now, have to just kick it back to the Blues, and that is chance gone.
Why is their line out so dysfunctional?
Beauden Barrett, first touch for him, just hurls it deep. You'll see a lot of the kicking battle in these wet conditions. MacKenzie goes crossfield, and that's a brilliant kick, and that's a knock on.
It's an Otere black knock on.
He hasn't given it.
No, wow.
That was definitely a knock on.
Like a knock on.
MacKenzie having another go. Ooh, good tackle on him.
And here we go. Quick ball, short side, Chiefs.
That's a good little rumble.
Yeah.
From Papali'i.
There. That's a good contact.
They're definitely playing with good pace. They need to keep the tempo high.
Brad Weber.
Nearly the hero play from Papali'i, and it is play on. D-Mac rumbling in the tight. I just think they need to be pushing the Blues a little wider here. They're just trying to find soft shoulders, and there aren't too many of them out there for the Blues.
Slower ball now.
D-Mac at first receiver again, but it is still quite tight.
They're looking for that offload.
But
I
I do love the bravery of them in these conditions. They're not bothered. They're still back in their handling and haven't had too many handling errors so far.
No, and that's a lovely rumble as well.
So Pula has a go, and they ended up buying a penalty off it.
There you go. Phases. This could be a 3-pointer, maybe. Start us off.
I think we're about to start off here. This is going to be
10 minutes in, first opportunity of points, and it's a Chiefs chance. Quizzical Tui Pelatu looks on.
Which has been a real positive for the Blues, especially last week.
So there you go. Then a breathless 10 minutes of rugby.
Yeah, it's quite a nice tempo to it in the rain.
Very nice tempo. And at the moment, tempo being dictated by the Chiefs, who have played all the rugby so far.
They'll need to get some points on the board for it, to be fair.
They will. What's interesting is that you're not seeing guys like Leonard Brown featuring so far.
Well, he's carried up a few times, and he's won some contacts, to be fair to him, but they are using him in quite a narrow role.
Yeah, I think earlier you saw the best painting for the Chiefs when they pulled it in behind, mixed it up between McKenzie and Cruden.
Yeah.
And Cruden ended up putting a kick in on over the head of Telea Try in the defensive line for the Blues, found the corners with his boot, and then worked from there.
Yeah.
And they've done a decent job of just controlling where the game is played so far.
Yeah,
so the kicking game working nicely for them. You're kind of seeing their picture on offense, but I think in the long run, trying to work multi-phases like that, unless the ref keeps giving them penalties, I think they're going to make more errors than they are going to gain inroads.
For sure. Well, that is the first donut off the board, and it's the Chiefs, the home team, who get us underway with a nice little 3-pointer. Damien McKenzie smiling delightfully at the post.
Barrett gets us underway again.
Good take.
Instantly a great take by
and he drops it.
Tupo.
He dropped it. It was a great take, and then he dropped it.
Dropped it cold. So Blues setting up another, really one of their first attacking drives, and they just whip it in behind to Barrett.
Beauden's doing a lot of left peg kicking. I don't know if he's working on something with his game.
They have a penalty. They have a penalty for diving off their feet at the ruck, the Chiefs. So the Blues get a chance to set up an attack of their own, or Otere Black could have a go from about 45 out.
I think they'll probably go for the attacking set rather than that option. But what do I know? Oh, he's giving. Did he give hit in the air? No.
Out. It's a penalty for the Blues,
right.
For going off his feet, I think, against, I don't know.
Oh,
yes, indeed.
Boshier. It was Boshier. Still haven't seen Captain Sam Kane.
He's on the sidelines chatting away to the Sky Sport NZ crew.
A banana kick from Beauden.
What a kick!
He's doing all the kicks.
What a kick from Beauden Barrett.
He's box office that boy.
Put it from about the 10 all the way into the 5-meter line.
Yeah.
And, seems to be relishing a little bit. You can see it last week. He was just enjoying being the star.
Yeah, and he definitely is that.
Like he's almost reaching Dan Carter levels of stardom in New Zealand. Like he's the king of Kiwi rugby at the moment. And he has all the skills, and he's playing with just supreme confidence at the moment. Yeah. And that's just a
doesn't have place kicking duties. Just has to
in the wet take on a banana kick and do it absolutely perfectly. Yes. And look at the chance it's set up as the Blues set up. Papali'i breaking off and nearly making a try.
A meter away from the line now. Here we go.
Great tackle from
Cruden. Great line speed.
Cruden jumped out of the line and made a big tackle, but the Blues come around the corner again.
The Blues are just trying to bludgeon their way across this Chiefs line.
They're right under the sticks now on the line. Kiri Ioane going to have a go.
They're good and physical.
Tui Pelatu now. Trying to stretch the massive frame.
Scrum half looking around, trying to see.
They may have it.
And it's
they got it. Sheer brutality and physicality.
Try-time.
And Sotutu, the 21-year-old, gets it.
There you go. He's a powerful man.
Brilliant young man. And with Kieran Reid's empty number 8 jersey
filled, yeah.
Young Sotutu is the first man player to put his hand up.
Yeah.
Asked for it.
Hoskins Sotutu.
He was brilliant last week for the Blues, and he's
2 donuts gone.
Absolutely
in quick succession.
Rumbling performance so far tonight. Awesome try from the Blues, sheer physicality, and set up in reality from a really brilliant banana kick.
From Beauden Barrett.
And you can
off
see
that penalty.
the Chiefs spent 10 minutes attacking and never had as much success as the
No,
Blues did.
they did
That
not.
one, like there was nothing that complicated about it, but simple, well executed, physical
Rugby. And
red
that's
zone
the
rugby,
7-pointer.
and they got their score lightning quick.
That's quite a riposte. That's a bit of a gut blow to the Chiefs' hopes as well, because they really did, as you say, try very, very hard to get that 3-pointer, and in no time flat, we're back and it's 7-3.
There you go, 7-3 Blues. Telling performance so far.
So just the Blues flex their muscles there for the first time with the ball. Danger for the Chiefs. The Chiefs line-out is such a mess, though. Why is their set piece so bad?
Yeah,
All this off-season, and Warren Gatland, who normally focuses on that kind of thing,
the Blues have quietly managed to assemble a formidable squad.
That's
and
true
a very
too.
nice pack. And they're really putting up their hand as a contestant so far in this tournament. They haven't really put a foot wrong. I mean, last week the scoreline flattered the Hurricanes. They were all over them.
Yeah.
And so far, absorbed a lot of pressure in that opening 10 and then struck with one opportunity. And one factor is Barrett's kicking. Barrett's kicking combined with an effective line-out is just brilliant.
And for wet weather rugby, it's a
yeah.
perfect formula, which the Chiefs don't seem to have.
Nope. They're trying with MacKenzie and Cruden, but the big difference so far is what's going on with that tight forward pack. In both the tight contact areas and the set piece, obviously.
Yeah.
Another test now for Telea.
Now, line out again for the Chiefs. This one looks
That's
good.
a nice one. Tupou Vai is their go-to. Oh, no! Charge down!
Well scooped up.
Cruden again charged down for the second time in the game. Otere Black getting after him. Blues don't give you a second on D. Their line speed is great.
Yeah. Did he drop that ball? He did drop that ball. The Chiefs are feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
feeling that
the
pressure.
concern I think I have for this Chiefs team is just that their pack fundamentally isn't as big and strong as the Blues pack. And wet weather day, I think they're going to have to be kicking an awful lot and moving the ball an awful lot. And
well, it's high tariff rugby as well. Like when
It
they're
is
on,
high
they're
tariff
very,
rugby.
very good. But when they're off, it's a lot of little drops
no
like
question,
that.
but I mean their way of winning is to move the Blues around, and
It's
when they have the ball, they're taking a lot of contacts. They're almost suffering more than the Blues are, and that was a big hit. I think it was Telea Try making the
Smash.
hit.
He's a big man.
Building from a massive performance last week. He's another guy who, like Napo Lalala in the tight end shirt for the Chiefs, would say he stakes a claim at the All Blacks jersey. But if you ask me, Telea Try is the guy right now. He's a very, very impressive unit from tight end, both in the loose and the scrum.
We're bang on time, and here we go. Oh, the Blues looking good in contact. You're right, that was first contact again after the set piece.
Using Rico that time.
They're trying to bully this Chiefs side, and so far so good.
Yeah, so far so very good. Oh, brilliant carry to Papali'i. Right through the middle. Lovely distribution for Black, and then a penalty. One of these momentum-killing new rule penalties.
The attacking team just getting stymied by the refs' whistle so often.
This time James Parsons.
Then he was off his feet. Doubtless he was.
No question.
He looks guilty.
Yeah.
Just judging by his little face there.
This is the thing.
That's a massive relief for the Chiefs.
I've been up and down, like watching this live last week. I was quite annoyed, by the sheer penalty count, which we've already seen stacking up already. 18 minutes in. But in the long run, it's just encouraging better technique. So that's the adjustment that the teams have to make, is just to be very disciplined in how they are cleaning out.
That's true.
Although even so, some of these penalties coming down are harsh.
But we were saying this time last year that the gate was just a fanciful historical notion at times, especially because it. And that's a
stolen line out there.
Line out.
I think it was Akira Ioane got up.
Yeah.
No, it's a Sotutu, in fact.
Or was it Sotutu?
These colourful-haired men.
Yes.
In the Blues pack.
Another underthrow from the Chiefs.
Penalty
Chiefs. What a relief.
Jeez, Ben O'Keefe giving the Chiefs a nice ride of it so far.
Could we be looking
He's
at
got
7-6
or something this time?
Joining the ruck incorrectly. Well, that could be anything.
Yeah, almost by definition.
Yeah.
And now the Chiefs' chance to make this a 1-point
chance for a Damien McKenzie post-smiling 3-pointer. Look at that rain coming down.
You can see on the
Great contest there.
That's brilliant from Sotutu.
And it's a slight underthrow.
Sotutu is such a playmaker.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's all over the pitch for a young man. Like he just looks to have all the skills. He's very, in the absence of Kieran Reid, Sotutu is extremely exciting.
He looks very good. Potential all over that.
Yeah,
giving the 8 jersey in the All Blacks. Let him have a chance.
But
DMAC,
the consequence of that play was a penalty to the Chiefs
from pretty much the same spot as his first one, which he did make short work
I
of.
would give DMAC even wet weather. I would give him 80+% chance of knocking this over
for sure. And there's the smile. Hey. And he's
very nice kick from
lovely kick. And that makes it 7-6. Good game so far. Definitely a good matchup of two different kind of teams in the wet.
Both trying to play wet weather rugby. Blues doing so more effectively.
Well,
Ben O'Keefe calls.
That is literally two sequential Ben O'Keefe penalties has marched the Chiefs up the pitch there.
Yeah, Blues just got to mind that discipline because you'll be called on absolutely everything in this game.
There's no need for it as well.
Yeah.
They were starting to assert dominance.
Good take from Tupou Vai. Well, Chiefs have to get this back or it will be another feather in the cap of the Blues in the contact area.
They're going to lose it,
right off the restart, a maul is formed, and I believe this will be a Blues scrum if it goes to deck and can't come back. He's given a penalty to the Chiefs again.
Wow. For collapsing, was it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We'll hear what he has to say now.
4 bringing it down.
Jeez.
Was it 4 or 14? No, it's 4. He is at the bottom of the pile, which is normally a guilty sign.
Papali'i penalised for putting them all down in the Blues. This is last week we saw the Blues, the very best of the Blues in the sense that they were organised, they were physical, they were very good. In seasons gone by, what we've seen from Blues teams is a capacity to look very good at times in these derbies and then throw it away.
Yeah.
They didn't do it last week. They had
a beautiful kick.
It's a great kick from
Beauden
into the 22. And what we've seen in years gone by from the Blues teams is looking very impressive, looking very well coached, but then making stupid errors to cost them games.
Well, we just seen a little penalty count there is 7-1 already in favour of the Chiefs. In favour of the Chiefs, 7 penalties against the Blues.
Yeah,
which is just not good at all. And here the Chiefs are again with another attacking set.
Yeah, and another error,
and it's a better line out.
And another 3 points for the Chiefs potentially, and maybe even more. Chiefs going to a maul off the.
This is interesting, yeah.
Telea having another
some of those forwards.
Doesn't look like it's going to go very far.
They don't have the physicality.
Trying to appeal to the open side, and that could be a side entry.
That's binding.
Against Akiri Orani. Look, he wasn't pinned.
He wasn't pinned.
He was.
No, he is. Yeah.
Chiefs have a penalty.
Well done, Chiefs, for milking the penalty. They're still creeping forward. The line's
huge play from the Chiefs here.
Weber's looking for the ball.
I don't think they want the ball. This has gone well. They peeled to the open side, and the Blues just collapsed. They're peeling to the open side again.
Where is the ball?
It might be
trapped in there. It's trapped in there, and it's going to be back for the penalty. Wow.
Big response from the Chiefs pack there.
Yeah, do you go to the line out again, knowing that your line out has been...
I suspect, this is an interesting one too. Papali'i is getting a team warning. So they could, the debate here is that they could go to the corner and really try and put the squeeze on the Blues, maybe milk another penalty and a yellow card, or if not, score a try.
Sure.
Or they could, just count their blessings. They're back in the game. They could take the lead, kick this over, and reset.
Yeah.
I honestly like the corner option.
I do too. You want to try and turn the stand, especially after such a dominant maul there.
Blues under a team warning as well here. So
chance to put pressure on. Could go scrum either, but I just don't fancy the Chiefs scrum as much either. What is the plan here? We're going to the corner by the looks of it. Cruden's shaking to do so anyway.
You're probably looking to put more pressure on the Blues by going to a line out, see whether or not you can force Ben O'Keefe's hand if he sees another infringement. And discipline's so critical in this game, Mills.
Well, Cruden sticks it in the corner. Chiefs have decided to go hammer and tongs at this.
Yeah.
Now, can we get a line out going? Telea to the back.
Nope, it's
Oh,
overthrown. See, that is the danger. Their line-out it has been shocking.
Well, that's a huge let-off for the Blues.
Pressure valve released.
Overthrow from Telea, pure and simple, and the Blues managed to get away from it, and now they have it on their own. But 7 out from their goal line, and I think Knock is going to take the responsibility, box kick it away. Only goes as far as about,
well, it's pretty
maybe
good.
about
Pretty
30 out, 25, 28,
pretty good.
28 meters.
And
or
it
so
means
out from
the
the line.
Chiefs now face another line-out. That's so poor. Ugh. Coach killing errors. They don't look confident at the line-out time.
But
And
that's
the
a good
Blues are
line-out.
contesting everything. That was well won though.
And now they go off, and now we get to see the Chiefs
Smash
back
up in the midfield.
instantly off the line out. They do go to that Linnert Brown smash, and they did that last week as well without much purchase. That just seems to be a default. Interesting little.
Lovely play. And then he
and
throws
he
it
just
away.
loses the ball.
He does. It slips out, and now there's a chance, and it's kicked deep.
I think that was Sotutu again with the deep kick there. Damien McKenzie picks it up on his 22, and he's just gonna. That was Sotutu, by the way, with that long exit kick from Blues.
Wow, that's a knock on.
And Telea loses.
And now we do see a scrum.
And
We
we're
do
gonna
get to see a scrum.
scrum.
Well, the Chiefs scrum can hardly be worse.
Oh, our clock has
run a little over time. What the hell is going on? Don't like his mouse.
Yeah, so the clock is stopped. Well, it's not actually stopped. It's about 25:30.
Yeah.
And going on, we'll restart when it gets to about 26:13. But yeah, it's been an exciting one so far, but errors strewn. Blues, I still think, have the capacity to take this away from the Chiefs in the contact area.
Yeah.
But their errors are racking up, and that was another right there, just not dealing
Their
with
penalty
ball.
count is already massive for the first, but then that's been a theme of the Super Rugby Aotearoa so far.
Yeah.
There's been high penalty counts.
Discipline is winning games.
Yeah. And to be fair of that, then the Chiefs have been the more disciplined side in that area. But
here you go. Rainy day or no rainy day, this is the set play New Zealand teams love.
yeah,
Scrum in the middle of the pitch. And when you have a team like the Chiefs who can have Brad Weber, Cruden, or DMAC do your distribution for you,
yeah.
what do you do too? Here, you have Damien McKenzie and Sean Wainui by
Wow.
themselves. Oh my God, that's horrendous discipline from Akira Ioane, who just jumps out of the scrum from the blind
I
side.
think the Chiefs have been munched there on the near side of the hands turned over.
Well, Akira Ioane jumped out of his
It
own
could have been
scrum.
picked. Then there's a
Well,
penalty.
it's a penalty to the Chiefs, and there's a touch of justice to it.
That being said, I thought the Chiefs' loose head was absolutely vertical in that scrum.
Yeah.
He was completely vertical.
Interesting. The Chiefs got a hold of that scrum, but interesting enough, the Blues rather got a hold of that scrum, but
Then Ioane
they
broke off.
have been pinned. That's it. Yeah, Akira Ioane from the blind side. I've never seen the like. Just hopped out of the scrum, ran to the opposite side.
I have seen the like
bashed into
from
it.
Welsh teams in the past
Yeah.
once or twice. But
Well, this is a wild play from Akira Ioane, and he wasn't actually pinned. There he is. Just
What's he
leading
doing?
the scrum and attacking Luke Jacobson.
And now
Bizarre.
he's, in theory,
And
back
as you
on the
say,
scrum.
another penalty there could have been given against Aidan Ross there. As Tuamafasi had him a bit.
Completely all over the place there.
But as it is, holding on penalty is what's given.
More breakdown
Steal
stuff.
from Lachlan Bosch
Bosher does very well to get his hands in
Yeah,
there.
after all that wellness, that was a very nice play from him, and DMAC now will take a speculative shot.
Chance at punt at he's the top point scorer here in Super Rugby
Aotearoa.
Aotearoa so far. There's that smile. This is a long one for him.
It's got the legs.
Smashed it.
Ooh,
Just
just left.
pulled to the left.
Just left.
Good effort.
Great effort.
Probably
from
worth a punt.
Damien
in the
McKenzie
wet.
there, and they'll still receive a restart now.
Beauden, does he see space with that quick?
Beauden, good kick. Every touch Beauden has is a good one.
That is a terrible pass from Wainui.
Sawakula now hasn't had too many rumbles, but that's a big one.
Another good prospect in
Yeah.
the right, to be fair to him.
Absolutely. Cruden forced
Cruden
back
dancing.
breakdown.
Snake hips his way out of that
I
contact.
still don't think those in channels are where the Chiefs need to be playing the game. McKenzie doesn't want to play it
Penalty.
at all.
There was a man charged down off the ball. I thought,
Oh, hello.
yeah, It was taken out off the ball. Obstruction. Another sloppy one.
Interesting. Tupovai got for something. I didn't see it, but
I did. It was completely off the ball. Shoulder
you
check.
see, this is why these early penalties for the Chiefs didn't mean much. It's just because it's going to balance out. There's just so much,
Well, this one was
pernickety officiating
Look
going
at
on.
this. You just boom.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a penalty by anyone's money.
And he does the old guilty hands up.
Got in the way of it.
I'm guilty.
And the Chiefs have been charged down twice with that exit. Their exit plays have been
They're
not
getting
good.
super low trajectory kicks as well, which is a risk.
Yeah, their exits haven't been good. In everything that's coachable and structured, I think the Blues have it.
Yeah.
Apart from breakdown discipline, like the discipline is the one area that the Blues have malfunctioned. But in terms of
In both
set piece and breakdown area, well, not breakdown area, but set piece and contact, and simple things like exits, the Blues are looking much more stable and well drilled than the Chiefs. But the Chiefs have lightning talent. Otere Black now. To extend the lead.
That's a miss out to the right and wide.
Just as D-Mac
So there's a
did
miss
before.
apiece. Here we go. Is that a knock on?
No,
I don't know how
it was
that ball
a
got to the ground.
cheeky little 22 dropout that has worked for the Chiefs, and they get the ball back.
Yeah. And they're just setting up an exit kick here.
Yeah, we'll see how effectively they
We're trying to milk a generous penalty.
Well, the Blues need to just keep their discipline. They'll get this ball back.
Oh, good carry.
That's a very strong carry.
Wow.
Tekiaho.
And now they do.
Now D-Mac under huge pressure had to ship it to Cruden, and Cruden gets it away.
Good kick. That's the virtue of having both of them
Yeah,
there. You can.
That was huge pressure. Now Beauden with a counter-attacking chance just ships it into the sky.
It's a lot of wet weather rugby going on.
I haven't seen Caleb Clark yet today, and
not really, no.
Still haven't seen him.
I knew he takes it up.
Can the Chiefs get some broken field rugby? Or
that was
Brad
half
Weber
charge,
was just
wasn't
hit, yeah, as he was kicking that. Now Rico Ioane gets the ball for the first time. He stumbles.
Oh, he goes
Barrett.
through.
Great.
Rico looks
Charge
so
through
good.
Sean Stevenson there.
NGJ coming in with let's go Chiefs. Hey Noah, that's the crack.
What is the crack though? Yes, absolutely. Let's go Chiefs. But that said, the Blues are all over this in my opinion. Oh, here we go.
Chance.
Akira Ioane. Inside ball. Nearly
so
works.
close.
This could be alive. This could be a live ball.
Oh, is it a try? Oh, the whistle seems to have gone.
TJ Payani, I thought the whistle went there. It could have been a live ball though.
Oh,
Just called a knock on against the Blues.
Oh, so close.
Otere Black puts a brilliant kick in here, and Telea. That's the first time D-Mac has been pressured.
Yeah.
Bouncing ball picked up by Akira Ioane. Beautiful inside flick.
On.
And a knock-on called there on Fayani. Telea gets a nice ball back in. It could have been a great hustle try.
Glorious try.
Yeah, nearly a hustle try for the Blues there. But that's
the Blues look good.
Yeah, they're viciously strong in the
meanwhile,
contact.
in the coaching box over in the Chiefs, what is going on?
Gatland, yeah. Huge.
Why, Keto? Why?
Amount to look at and work on here for this Chiefs team. Just simple things like exits.
All the set pieces,
moving moves
kickoffs,
around, scrums, lineouts. Yeah, absolutely.
It's literally all the coachable set pieces.
Like taking the quick 22 to get the ball back when they're only setting up a kick, an ineffective kick anyway.
Yeah. Is nuts.
You just wonder what the plan is in any of these situations.
I don't know.
Yeah. Blues,
whereas in the unstructured game, they do look great,
and they are have some quality players and quality distributors.
And it can't all be that.
And that's a much better scrum from the Chiefs.
It is.
Nearly got the shunt on him too, Mafasi. That's a nice pass.
Lovely pass. Gets a bit of width.
D-Mac gets a chance to take on Rico.
And it's dropped.
Woo! Tupai just lets it go.
That is a poor pressure.
And that's the thing. The Chiefs really, if they're going to be getting their game going, do need to be accessing those wide channels. And when Damien McKenzie gets a step on Rico and wrong foots him, the guy picking the inside run has to take that ball.
He just has to hold the ball. That's it. Like it was a fine pass. It was a little fast, but
that's the thing. Like that's their avenue to try. Is in wet weather, there's a high tariff on it.
It is. It's much tougher for them in the wet. But that being said, it's still a tight match, close match. tough to see
No question.
where it's going.
No question. I've been more impressed with
Handling errors
I've
and
been-
turnovers, such a stat.
Yeah,
So many of them.
I've been much more impressed with the Blues than I have with the Chiefs so far.
True.
But the Chiefs are the beneficiaries of the ref's whistle so far. Which is what's
And they
keeping
have
them
the crowd there to spur them on as well. But this is a big attacking set for the Blues. For lovely,
Yeah, it's
lovely
their
scrum.
first piece of clean play. They have a very nice balanced backline. They have a Beauden Barrett that they have yet to unleash in an offensive sense. So I'm very curious to see what they'll do here.
Yeah. What would Justin Marshall call?
An 8-9.
An 8-9 switch or something.
8-9 wing.
Yeah, it's always the way. And look at that inviting short side.
Caleb Clark has yet to get the ball in an offensive context.
Yeah, might be a bit cold. Test him.
Otere Black lining up directly behind the scrum. It's
Yeah.
going to break one way or another.
Gives him options.
And Beauden and Rico looking deep in behind the initial run of Fayani. And Sotutu is trucking it up off the base. That's the first step of this puzzle, and they may not get beyond it if the ref decides that's a maul.
No, it wasn't a maul, I don't think, but it is slower ball.
Not ideal.
Well defended.
And now the Blues are just looking to rumble tight. They had success with this earlier on.
They did.
Kiriani
Big forwards
winning
coming
his
around the
contact.
corner.
Is that knocked on? No. Black having to ruck now.
Yeah.
They're just keeping it tight, working it from one way to the other. James Parsons this time. Good tackle on him by Salakula. Tuamafasi playing 10. Probably should have just trucked it up.
Possibly. This could fizzle out.
Whipped
but
in
there's
behind.
chance.
Otere Black going crossfield to Caleb Clark. Just undercooked.
Oh, Sean
and taken by Stevenson, and did he mark it by mistake?
Back for.
Oh, we're back for a nonsense penalty. Ugh.
It's a shame because he took that well and he was
He
away.
took that beautifully,
Yeah.
Stevenson. It wasn't a good
It was
kick
another
from
shallow
Black.
kick. Actually, it was similar to the Chiefs' attempted
Yeah.
crossfield kick from earlier in the first half.
Well, Blues attack was pittering out and got speculative there, but for as is often the way, that the flow is disrupted by
a penalty.
a referee calling someone up on something technical. I don't know what that one was for, offside, I think.
I see where it is. It's bang under the post, and that'll
The
mean
consequence of which is going to be that the Blues will take a 4-point lead.
they will.
It wasn't a great offensive
No,
set.
it wasn't. I didn't love the option, the peel short side or peel on the open side, and then the little kind of mini maul.
You were rewatching it there.
Really-
You did really well with Brad
Really
Weber.
slow ball off that. Brad Weber did do very
Brad
well.
Weber shutting down Sotutu there.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was where the penalty
He's just
came.
got Sean Wainui on jumping a little early. And to be honest, he did it wider than where this penalty's being taken from.
Yeah,
So a little bit of a let off from Otere Black, just
chips it over
chips it over
for a
as well.
10-point game. 10 points to 6. Good little game. A nice feeling out process going on.
Yeah, I think the Blues are good for their 4-point lead.
Definitely good value for it. Yeah, they've been the better, more tidy team.
They just need to tighten up the penalties and like this on both sides. It looks as though the ruthless penalty count is set to continue.
To just increase, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of penalties all throughout.
Sean Stevenson looking bemused. He nearly was away for that.
Could have
whistle
been
coming
actually a
back.
try at the other end. Now, about 2.5 minutes
Proven
left. in the half.
restart, not looking to regain, nothing but just straightforwardly chipping it to Otere Black, who for some reason they've targeted and has done nothing but
Nothing
good
wrong.
things with
Nothing
it.
wrong. I suppose it's just in the option of either him or Beauden in the backfield.
That's just a lovely kick from Otere
really
Black.
good. Yeah. Otere Black's been
Take-
very impressive.
Takes the kick deep in his 22. And
Quick
now
ball.
the Chiefs have gone quickly. That's what they need to do offline outs. And D-Mac with a little chip,
But Beauden's going to cover
but
that.
Beauden covers
There's
it.
such like
But
there's
that is
no grass in the backfield.
But that said, Beauden was forced to rush, and now the Chiefs need to break this game up. Absolutely, they need to break this game up.
Huge hit.
Contact from Fayani. But the Chiefs
He slows it right up.
well, the Chiefs need this game to be moving quickly and to be quite broken up. And
They
that is
dropped
what they
it.
don't need.
Dropped it, turnover
Fayani
ball.
picks it up. They knocked it on. Now Beauden has a chance to go. Whips it to
They're
Ioane on the left-hand side. Ioane could go straight
Ronnie
through,
looks so good.
doesn't he? An absolute injection of energy every time he gets the pill.
Yeah.
Is that a steal? No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It was just good
Just
body
holding
position.
on.
I think it was
There
2
you go.
wide from 13.
Ioane getting ahead of himself.
Not his opposite number.
Well, there'll be one last chance of the half for the Chiefs to either narrow the gap or take the lead. They're going to kick to the corner, presumably first.
Yeah, Chiefs are going up the line. They got the steal.
10 penalties to 3. Blues with 10 penalties conceded. That is.
Yeah, that's massive. Obviously,
it's obviously huge.
That was a penalty one, Rob.
That is a
penalty
huge
conceded, though. That was
kick.
actually a big play made by Tupai as the Blues were probing.
Yeah.
They still have playmakers
Last play of the
all over
half,
the park.
undoubtedly.
Yeah, we're over 39 minutes now, and the Blues leading the Chiefs 10-6, but the Chiefs have a chance to make the last statement, and they get a nice quick line out off to center line. Brad Weber now. Cruden
moves the point of contact.
Nice to see Leonard Brown ship it instead of take the contact. A little bit of variation there, but a steal and a penalty to the Chiefs for some reason. I don't know what that one was for. He's going to yellow card for it.
Well, the penalty count does warrant a yellow card.
This is crazy golf. Papali'i's gone to the bin, and I don't know why.
Papali'i's going to be spending the first 10 minutes of the half
for making
what looked like a good turnover.
Seemingly a great play.
He has first go before they're up. He doesn't get it and has a second bite of the cherry. Is what he's suggesting there. Tough call.
Garbage referee.
Wow. Well, that's going to be. They're going to chip this over for sure, aren't they?
I'd like to see it again.
Yeah. And there's the hooter, the very high-pitched, shrill hooter.
Let's see this again.
So he's.
It's
so
just
harsh. It looks like really good back
an appalling refereeing decision from Ben O'Keefe. It's a joke of a decision, and he sent Papali'i off for 10, and given the Chiefs 3 points on an appalling refereeing decision.
Well, that's half time.
That's why Ben O'Keefe shouldn't referee rugby matches. Well, listen, that shakes things up.
That does shake things
massively.
Up. That was.
Huge call.
Massive call. It's only a 1 point game.
Leaves a sour taste. That's probably the worst moment of rugby since it's returned. Is Ben O'Keefe just knocking the ball on right as he I'm almost speechless. Brilliant half-ending defensive play from Papali'i.
Yeah,
punished ludicrously, and potentially the game shifts on that.
It could be a massive change because with 10 minutes in the wet without a back row forward is no fun for any team. But the Blues have been doing a lot of their work. I'm just going to put in the second half there because we're not there yet. But boom, halftime score 10-9. 10-9. The Chiefs be thanking their lucky stars. I suppose we can restart this as well.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's an unbelievable call. That looked like really good back row forward play.
It's impossible to justify it. I mean, as a 7 as well, a guy who was playing 7, he was always on his feet, always on the ball, came through zero communication from the ref, and
pinned and harshly pinned in the first place, but then sent off. The sending off seems to have just been the accumulation of penalties more so than that instance.
Listen, I hear you, but it's a heartbreaker for the Blues, who have in all areas apart from breakdown discipline, on which the ref has been so harsh, they have been all over this Chiefs team. They've been better drilled. They've been better in the contact. They've moved the ball sharper. Beauden Barrett's kicking is edging Damien McKenzie's kicking.
It is his backfield coverage as well.
Yes. In all areas they've been on top, but the ref is keeping the Chiefs in it, and they've just been dealt a huge break from Ben O'Keefe, and we'll see if they can capitalise now.
Well, it's game on. It was tough to see the Chiefs getting anything off really in this game other than the odd speculative 3-pointers, but there's definitely a try in
they could now kick their way to a position where a try wins it for them, and they're always capable of scoring a try.
They are. Yes, I wouldn't write them off in that at all.
Yeah.
It's a curious one. So a lot of those penalties were dubious, but that last one especially was crazy. Really
just
ridiculous.
Plain wrong. But listen, we can't dwell on these things because there's a great game of rugby happening.
There is a great game of rugby happening, and it is a lovely, intriguing matchup again. And you're right in saying the Blues look really well drilled and organised, and very, very physical as well.
There's a touch of naivety. It's still early season, but like the Blues, if they ever just settle down, they have the capacity to win the game in them,
Yeah.
but they're probably taking one too many risks.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly perfect example of it is, they're dominating a scrum of the Chiefs, getting on top of it, and Akira Ioane breaks from scrum. Now, he didn't actually happen to get pinned for that one, but he broke from the scrum and gave Luke Jacobson a nudge, and it was really blatant, and he could have been pinned for it.
Yes.
And that's just stupid play.
Yeah.
And they need to settle down because they are winning the contacts, and they just need to be as disciplined as they possibly can and not give Ben O'Keefe an excuse to take the momentum away from them. Because when the game settles down and the whistle stays quiet, the Blues are edging it just about everywhere.
Yeah, true. We were
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just thinking the conditions aren't there for the Chiefs to play their brand of rugby. So putting the squeeze on, being the more disciplined side as well as the more physical one, feels like the more sensible approach for the Blues, and it's what they're trying to do for the most part. But you're right, there's the odd silly play that has stifled their momentum. And in fact, both for 6 points and 9 points, 2 of those 3-pointers were just the direct result of a series of sloppy penalties that had needn't have been conceded in the midfield to just gift a platform to the Chiefs. Yeah, which is just, what are you doing when you're dominating a side away from home like this? But dominance was not really the story of that first half, despite the Blues edging it.
No, it's just a bit
a 1 point game.
Just a bit too scrappy to be dominant, and it is a 1 point game. From the Chiefs' point of view, I mean, they're, like I said it already, but I think they need to move the ball a bit more. I think they're trying to do that. I think Brad Weber's playing pretty well. But I think the boots of Cruden and DMAC have to be crucial here. And while Beauden is a great backfield coverer, they're not exactly making it difficult for him. I think they had one play very early on in the opening 10 minutes. Yeah. That was, an example of how to do things where they had DMAC playing 10, a couple of front runners, including Leonard Brown, right next to him. In behind as the second distributor is Cruden, and that's who you pull it to. When Cruden gets the ball, assuming Rico's not in his face, if Rico's coming up in his face, Cruden ships it tight. Yes. But when Cruden gets the ball, he's looking at Telea on the right wing for the Blues. If Telea is shooting up into the line, which he might have to, he's kicking it in behind him. If Telea is dropping deep looking for the kick, you're whipping a try and trying to get Caleb Clark into the game, which they haven't been able to do.
Caleb Clark hasn't touched the
ball. Or
Telea.
Not Caleb Clark, Sean Wainui.
He's the only times he's got balls from kick return.
Yeah, getting Sean Wainui and Sean Stevenson into the game, I should say, from the Chiefs' point of view. But they haven't done much of that. They've been playing a lot too tight. They've been in too many contacts. They've made too many knock-ons. They need to be both breaking the game up off counter-attack, kicking. Like if they have an opportunity not to kick, not kick. Try and counter-attack, try and keep the tempo as high as possible, and try and kick the back three of the Blues about the place. Yeah, for sure. Whereas the Blues, I think, can afford to hover in that contact zone a little more. The only reason the Chiefs are getting away with it is because most of the phases are ending in penalties for them. That's true. If that tightens up, as it did in the first week in both games, when there was a stacked penalty count for one side, it evened out.
If you get half time, you have a chance to look at how many penalties you've given for either side and then address that issue.
He's also going to, if Ben O'Keefe is going to watch back and realise that he's made an absolute howler on Papali'i. So I think he's going to be harsher on the Chiefs in the second half.
Maybe so.
So I think they need to keep it away from the contact area when they have the ball.
They've been trying to a little, but
hello, Emily. By the way, thanks for entering the chat.
Yes, indeed. Hello.
I'm going to whip up a cup of tea.
Perfect.
It's early morning still here. Yes. Early Saturday morning. So
very early. Well, what time are we at now? Nearly 9 o'clock.
Nearly 9 o'clock, which is stupid o'clock. Really.
It is really.
So listen, you guys can pop any questions you have in the chat, and I'm going to leave you in the
capable hands of me.
Capable hands of Shane
here, chilling, watching. There's Warren giving the boys a bit of a stern bollocking.
Yes, indeed.
Which they deserve. Like I don't know what Warren Gatlin's Chiefs are yet to reveal themselves as an entity. Really, we have just seen such scrappy lineouts and scrums from them, and yet they're dangerous whenever they get the chance. Oh, it's interesting. Who you got, guys? Blues or Chiefs? We're halftime. We're 10-9, 1 point game. Obviously, 10 minutes with 14 men for the Blues. Not ideal, but it's a good fixture. It feels a bit. We still haven't seen the mighty Crusaders who are just looming in the background while these teams are duking it out. They could come out and be imperious tomorrow. You don't know. But a good fixture so far. Definitely enjoying it. Chiefs, says Adam. Yeah, I lean towards home advantage in these fixtures, but one issue we have been having is just their lack of ability to dominate the contact area, especially in the wet weather that we're in. Like, they've been charged down a couple of times. They're struggling with the physicality of the Blues, but they've kind of been kept in it by the Blues, giving outrageous penalties away, and also partly Ben O'Keefe calling penalties on them. But I'm curious to see now in the second half if the Chiefs can score a try, can break the game up, get that tempo going, and grab a try. Then I'd fancy them all day. But if it's just DMAC kicks, then I think the Blues could edge it in that scenario. So it's all to play for. Damn. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Pardon the low energy vibes off me. It's still very early here. Ireland o'clock. Enjoying the live rugby, though. Again, going to give the kudos to New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, and all the people who've made it possible that we have crowds and rugby matches back. Thank the gods. We definitely needed it in this household as well as many, many others, I'm sure. But we've been missing this early morning Super Rugby vibes. Yes. And a good game. A good contest so far. Really, really digging it. It's just a good matchup. I like both teams. We've always had a soft spot for the Chiefs in this house. We do love the way they play the game. But similarly, this Blues outfit, like many before, just on paper look great. And on the pitch now, there's so much to get excited about. Otere Black looks fantastic, a new man. Beauden at 15, obviously a danger man, and his backfield coverage has really defused. Himself and Otere Black have actually managed to defuse that kicking game of Cruden and MacKenzie very well in that first half. But then Rieko Ioane at 13 could be the solution to the All Black 13 problem, as Daragh arrives back with the solution to my caffeine deficiency problem. Tea for me, thank you. Oh, but
hello, Adam. Welcome to the chat.
Fancies the Chiefs. What do you think? Chiefs jersey?
I like the Chiefs. I have liked the Chiefs in times gone by, but I colour me sceptical after that first half. I think they're extremely lucky to be as in the game as
they are. But they are in the game. I reckon if they can break it up once and grab a try, that'll be a good picture for them.
No question.
But if it's all DMAC kicks, then I think they might lose this game.
No, I agree. Yeah, they've got to move the ball. They've got to find space. And their backs are to the walls. Their backs are colossally to the walls, because if they lose this game, you're looking at a defeat away at the Highlanders and home to the Blues.
Yeah,
this
competition, no way they can win the competition if that's how they start.
There's only you do get a bye week, but there's no week where nobody's playing.
Yeah,
it is consecutive weeks. This is a ruthless tournament, and it's going to be very, very hard on a team that finds themselves at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah,
and the Chiefs do not want to be there
for sure.
So this is massive 40 minutes.
Kutaisi coming in with those two wingers for the Blues are good. They are, aren't they? I don't know them.
Caleb Clark hasn't touched the ball yet, and he's a brilliant player. They were so good last week. Telea and Clark are lethal. With
Telea is such an athlete as well. He looks like an African winger somewhat, and more so than he's so rangy. And so he made that great play on the kick, the bomb. That was the first DMAC bit of shakiness in that first half, and it was a play made by Telea.
Telea's been more in the game than Clark has, but it's not really in the Blues' game plan to get them into the game.
Well, certainly in the West, they've kicked a lot of the ball. Whenever they've turned it over, they've found grass. Beauden's been bringing out all the bags of kicks.
Nobody's playing much rugby in their own half, and the Blues are pretty much religiously just playing it tight when they have it in the red zone.
Telea is half South African. Yeah, there you go. That makes all the sense in the world.
I didn't know that about Telea, but he looks almost like a mold of a Bok winger and an Ireland winger. So he's just
that's a beautiful combination to have going for you.
And he's got brilliant speed and he's a wonderful
rangy athlete.
Now the second half is just about to start. Sorry.
Perfect. And we're underway.
We are underway in the second half, and straight
into here. Oh, Rieko Ioane.
To Rieko, who has knocked it on, and the Blues have a penalty. Whoever makes an error gets a penalty. That's the law. be prepared for a lot of Blues penalties this half because Ben O'Keefe will want to make up for his first half nonsense.
Wow.
With some second half nonsense, only for the other team.
Well, Rico took a shot there. He's getting up. He's fine.
Rico took it and set off like a house on fire.
How did he drop it? No, it just squirted out like a bar of soap.
I think the ref has got a high tackle here, has he?
That is a high shot.
Okay, Sean Stevenson just topped him in the jaw a wee bit.
That's fair penalty. I'll call it. Samoan.
Half South African, half Samoan. Well,
That's such a dangerous combination. Of course, he ended up being a winger.
Of course, he ended up being a rugby player. Yeah, exactly. Samoan, South African. How do you not become a rugby player?
Definitely danger. I do like the look of Telea. I like the look of him last week. I thought he had great.
In terms of All Black potential so far, Sotutu is one that's really put his hands up, and then the winger,
Rico 13.
I think the Rico 13, and I think the winger jerseys, like he had Severis last year, George Bridge, but those jerseys are up for grabs.
Yeah, they are.
We haven't seen the Crusaders yet.
No, this is the issue. I was just saying that it's like for all of this great games and great contests, we haven't seen the Crusaders yet. And it could be that they come out and steamroll this whole competition.
No question.
Could happen, yeah.
But it's instantly the Blues get a leg up from the referee and expect that to continue.
Well, to be fair, that was on Sean Stevenson.
No, I'm just saying
that was a high shot.
I'm just saying, prepare to see a lot of that.
I know you are.
Sam Knock gets taken down. He's struggled a little bit in the wet. But,
Sam Knock, he's not my favourite of the halfbacks. He's a fine player. He's a little few gaps in his play.
Just does so much work.
Because that's not minded, but then it's knocked
on by the Chiefs.
Chiefs were wise to it, but they couldn't execute in the wet. Damn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's a frustrating one for them. That could have been turnover ball, which is exactly what the Chiefs need. If they can turn over, make it fast, make it wide, that's where they can catch this team. And there's a chance there.
So Blues have 10 minutes now without Papali'i.
Well, they're killing it well so far. They're keeping the ball. And now they're going to attack with 14.
Yeah, their scrum was on top. Tuamafasi has the edge over Ross, no question.
Yeah.
But one fewer man.
Tupavai.
Tupavai he's a young man, but he's been pretty much the go-to for this
for the line-out, the struggling line-out. He's the only one claiming.
He's the only one making big carries apart from Selkula as well.
Yeah.
A lot of work on him because that's a pack that's getting beat up for the most part. But he's playing a good game quietly.
Yeah.
Blues do have 8 of the scrum.
11 turnovers conceded by the Chiefs. That's too many.
Tutu with a nice pass off the left hand.
And it squirted out again.
Has
it got wetter over half time? It looks it.
Was that Otere Black they chose to do a truck-up play?
Oh, it's a really good kick.
Now here's Telea
under pressure. Does
really well.
Again.
Has it up. They have it in their own 22 now. Sam Knock picks it up and just moving it a little infield.
Setting up a kick. That's all we're doing
that clock needs to be stopped. I realise we're a little ahead of time.
We are. Don't know when that
happened, but it is 30 seconds about. Great kick on exit for the Blues. I didn't actually see who nailed it, but that's ended up about 40 meters from the Chiefs.
That's a serious punch. Was that
knock? Brilliant.
I don't know. Some knock by Sam Knock.
Sam Knock's best play, perhaps of Super Rugby Aotearoa. That was a beautiful kick and pressure relieved. Chiefs trying to keep the tempo going.
Nice they do. That's quick. Their best line out so far. They can
whenever they do it nice and quick.
Yeah.
Don't think
they're
a tempo. Don't let the Blues get set.
Not quite yet. Why would you right click?
Great take by Telea under a box kick.
Showing brilliant skills under the high ball.
That was brilliant. And
there's
actually a bit of space for the Blues.
Beauden.
Beauden!
Could have gone wider than Beauden.
Probably should have gone wide. It was just Beauden fancied it.
Yeah.
Nearly broke.
Nearly. That was the closest to breaking.
If Beauden breaks the line, I think he can say goodnight.
Yeah.
As it is, Sam Knock takes a box kick, and it's just an easy one for McKenzie.
D-Mac does juggle it. And we're kicking again. Finds an angle, finds a bit of grass.
But Beauden covers
just
every bit of grass.
Everything.
And he slips 2 tackles. Beauden Barrett looking exciting.
Beauden, Mr. Box Office Barrett.
Yeah.
Where's the ball though?
Ball is in the hands of Sam Knock now. The Blues have it just inside their own half.
Kicking it through Otere Black.
Sits in the pocket and tries to find the corner. Gets over Wainui's head, but doesn't get a favourable bounce. And Wainui's is just going to bomb it back down over the head of Telea. And I think that's
a really good
Otere
kick. Keeps it in the strong lines. Otere Black.
Otere going for an up and under, and he hasn't got that right at all.
That's a poor kick.
And now this is the chance for the Chiefs now to get the best of this one. D-Mac puts a nice one in for Stevenson if it sits up.
Oh, just the bench
Just
didn't work for him.
Nice little speculative option.
It
I
was
think
actually-
I think those kicks are the way the Chiefs win this game.
Yeah.
Just takes one of them to come off.
Yeah,
I
it
think
does.
looking for
And they need
space
to be
with the boot.
shallower than
Yeah.
where Barrett is. They've tried
Yeah.
deep a few times now
Yeah.
throughout, and Barrett just covers everything. Whereas that kind of kick,
That kind of kick from D-Mac, he just overcooked it. But if he just took a little bit off that and it sat up, that could have been Sean Stevenson away.
could have been try time
Yeah,
Chiefs.
that close in the broken field, they should just be looking for the space.
Yeah. Only 4 minutes left on the sin binning now. Blues have survived the period so far.
Yeah, great line out.
Lovely tidy line out.
Instant
And
box
instant
kick.
knock.
Knock has got probably just too much on that, but it's a fine kick.
Oh,
Stevenson's got himself
Stevenson
in a
got
bit of
himself
trouble.
in trouble.
And Caleb Clark has got him. Oh, I thought he got him
I
out.
thought he managed to just keep it in.
Ooh.
Impressive from both.
Big pressure from the Blues there.
Big move from Caleb Clark there
Yeah.
as well. Big physical
He
hit.
looks hungry to get involved, and he has got involved in the second half.
No, this is slow ball for the
Well,
Chiefs.
it's a well-managed sin bin period for the
It
Blues.
is.
There's nothing else. Like they
They play the game
3
in the
minutes
right
left
areas.
on this, and now the Chiefs can do nothing but kick.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
What a counter ruck! Was that Tui Palatu?
Came and smashed that run. And
And
that's
it's a terrible box kick, but the Chiefs are going to get the best of it.
it's
about.
just about where they were
Ah,
anyway.
Corey.
No gain, more minutes off the sin binning.
And
still the same
another
equation.
exit to go. Gatlin has got to be concerned about these loose exits.
Yeah, I know, right? They've been pretty poor off exit play.
Now Caleb Clark gets a chance to
Caleb
go.
Clark, hands on the ball. He is danger.
Attempted steal from Bosher. Nearly got it.
Bashir hasn't got one of them already. He's been involved in the breakdown.
Tutu trying a left-handed pass, but didn't get the best of it, and Barrett's just chipped it to Anyway.
And
Terrible pass!
throws it over Damien
Huge
McKenzie's
pressure. Oh, no. Now Napo has
has to
22.
backpedal and
The Chiefs are not looking in flow at
No, they're
all.
not.
And with the sin bin period just whittles away even more. And McKenzie
And then a
just-
loose exit kick. It's fine. A fine kick at the end of it all.
Jesus Christ.
Should have happened
They
2 minutes ago.
They can't get out of there. 22, like it's
No.
really loose exit play from the Chiefs, and Wainui with a shocker pass as well.
Yeah.
They don't really know what to do
No,
from
they
their
don't
own
seem
22 in this weather.
And Dalton
Uh,
Papali'i ready-ish to come back. He looks
Looking-
cold.
Yeah, well, he looks hungry as
Yeah.
well. This is probably the first, like last week, you had a great occasions, but you also had decent weather. Like this is a winter.
It's a winter rugby game. Yeah, for
competition.
sure.
Super Rugby Aotearoa is going to be,
Yeah.
and this is your first example of it. And the Chiefs just with their pack, they just don't look to be navigating with the street smarts that you'd expect from a Warren Gatlin side. to be
That's
honest.
true. Yeah, it seems crazy.
Yeah.
That's good. Another good lineup from the Blues.
Oh, and a nice little switch play
line.
gets Akira Ioane into the game and over the game line. Blues can play it tight because they're winning these contacts.
They are winning contacts.
That's
And quick
Darragh,
ball.
so what's
Beauden
happening?
Beauden
Beauden Barrett.
short side. Good
nice
option.
little kick into
Good
the
option.
corner, and now the Chiefs have another headache.
Well, it's just the sin bin period's gonna tick away here in Chiefs territory.
Yeah, the Chiefs have to succeed in a lineout from 5 in the wet.
Which they have. They've been
I can
struggling.
promise with you that the person who hated that Beauden kick the most is Telea here. Who has
And
to,
it's a shortened line out. Is
Yeah.
he going over the top?
is it just 3 men in the lineout?
Oh, it's stolen!
Sam Knock!
Oh,
That's,
it
it's
squirts
another
out.
Chiefs lineout. But,
Hello, Emily. How are you?
holy moly!
Wow.
That was nearly
That was
nearly
nearly try
a
time.
try.
It was nearly try time. But as it is, the equation is the exact same, apart from only 40 seconds left.
Do you know it would be absolutely criminal here from the Blues point of view would be to give the Chiefs an easy exit.
Yes, indeed.
The Chiefs are boxed in here. No penalties. No penalties.
Yes, we remember you there, Emily.
Yes, indeed. Hello.
Good to have you back.
How are you? How are you enjoying the game?
Yeah.
It's
enjoying it. It's been
definitely been an
intriguing
enjoyable,
one.
scrappy
Intriguing
kind of match.
very scrappy.
Blues are getting the best of it. Chiefs can't get a damn thing off. Outside of the ref, they just can't get anything off.
No.
I think with the Blues, you're just seeing a team that is very good and very well drilled, but in this wet weather doesn't quite know how to make that count on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And hopefully that won't come back to bite them.
It could. Well, the Chiefs could grab a try at any moment, which we still give them that credit.
We have Leonard Brown,
need to
who is
exit
tasked
first.
with being Jamie Roberts in this team. That pass wasn't intended for Luke Jacobson, but he's made something of it.
Great.
Nice little play outside, and they got to the 22. That's the best That's the best exit they've had all day. Brad Weber kicks it away, and it's a line out now to the Blues on the 10, and that's a brilliant exit from the Chiefs.
That's the best exit of the day, and it is a very Chiefs exit.
Emily asks, how's Barrett going? Barrett's going
Barrett's
well.
going
Every
well.
touch is going well.
Yeah.
The Blues have had the best of this, but that was brilliant from Luke Jacobson. And it was more luck than judgment there by the looks of things. The ball just kind of squirted out to Weber, who had intended to whip it back. Saw Luke Jacobson offering himself and gave it to him.
Yeah.
That's a really brilliant play from a pack that's struggling, like to have Luke Jacobson make a play like that, just offer himself and then break the line and get the offload going. It's just a momentum shifter.
It is.
Although big picture, we're back to 15.
Back to 15 on 15, and it's all won by the Blues again at line-out time, and here they come.
Nice little set play. Exposes brilliantly, and now they've got Telea in space. And he's away! Oh, brilliant work. First time they got him in space. Double screen there from the Blues in the midfield. Worked brilliantly, and now they might try and pull them left, having pulled them right. Sotutu in loads of space.
Rumbles.
Nice play.
Rumbles very well. This could be absolutely the game right here if the Blues get over.
James Parson having a rumble now. Blues into the Chiefs 22. Beauden Barrett spinning out of one tackle. Receiver. It was actually a really good shoot from Anton Leonard-Brown that closed off the wide play.
Outside for him.
Blues need to keep the Chiefs honest now by winning some of these contacts in the middle. Jack Goodhue wins one. Akira Ioane. Big hit on Akira Ioane. He keeps it in play, but that was huge from Cruden.
That was a really good hit.
Cruden it was.
Yeah.
Brilliant tackle.
Got low, got brave. The ball is slow.
The ball is now very slow.
The Blues need to do some work, set it up. We're just outside the 22 now.
Hodgman just trucking it up. But the Chiefs D has held up quite nicely. A couple of nice plays from Leonard Brown, and then Cruden has slowed this right up. And then Luke Jacobson with his second play in as many minutes. Making a huge tackle.
Side
and
once
again,
it was a poor.
As it looks like one side's going to make a good play there, but giving away a penalty, and that's just the nature of it. Yeah. That's criminal from Bosher because his back row partner Jacobson
made a brilliant hit,
tackle.
and he did come in right aside. This was lovely. The sequence of play,
double screen gives a 3-on-2, and Barrett just executes 2-on-1 in no space, which is brilliant.
Telea with a nice fend as well.
Telea just needs a little bit of space, and he's going to go. That was a brilliant tackle from both Sawakula and Luke Jacobson, and then their back row comrade
really let them down. He's been giving it for less than that.
Yeah, no question. No, the only one that was a howler was the Papali'i decision.
The sending off.
Yeah.
Well, sure, you should feel silly.
Yeah.
That was silly.
And now the Blues do have a chance to make it pay and to be the first team to score, having just conceded a yellow card in the second half time.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. The whole 2-minute period has elapsed
like
and no score.
Once this kick goes over, it's going to be the first time the Chiefs have been in the Blues half.
Yeah.
Probably since the restart. So the Blues have managed this really well.
Really, really well. And if it can end here with an Otere Black chip over for a 4-point game, that'd be
no harm
ideal.
No harm at all.
Chiefs need to find something if they're going to win this game at all.
They do
so far.
The only concern is that the Blues have been well better than a 4-point lead.
Yeah,
and this is for a 4-point lead. They only have a 1-point lead right now. Otere Black has made it
4-point game going. Brilliant. And the first score of the second half.
There you go.
Wow.
I think we've just been letting this clock go completely rogue, which we...
Not sure if it's been stopped yet.
We usually do. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, I'm not wrong. So it's about 20 seconds off. Knock with a decent exit kick. But the Chiefs do get the chance to set up a line out here, about 40 out from the Blues line.
They'll relish that chance. But will they execute the line out? has been the question all
Well,
day.
I can tell you that Tekiaho's day is over.
Oh.
It was another rough
And
day.
it's
to
a
line out.
loose line.
Oh, just about managed to scramble it to Bradley Slater.
Scrappy stuff.
But
on
now
the line out
they
time.
just managed to salvage about 40 out and they get to set up a ruck. So this is where the Chiefs need to pull the Blues from one side to the other, probe at their wingers and put it in behind them if there's space.
Mhm.
Chiefs need to be accessing space and playing with a bit of tempo.
Whereas
We'll see what they do
doing
here.
is keeping it narrow for the first
Yeah.
few.
I don't love this. I really don't love this.
Getting smushed into contact with two forwards.
Are they
There.
going to get a penalty?
They're trying
They
to
got a
look one and
penalty
they
out
got a
of it.
penalty.
They got a penalty out of it.
Yeah. Who gave that away?
Tuamafasi.
That's
Might be
a big tired tight head of a
he
penalty.
might be done to Tuamafasi.
Yeah.
Damien McKenzie
McKenzie
tries to
tries-
ride to the right hand side. Stevenson tries to ride it
Oh.
and just
Caleb Clark managed him well there. Didn't allow him to take the outside so cheekily and so cheaply.
Chiefs are going to get a chance to knock 3 over.
It could be another instant riposte of 3 points
It was
potentially.
an interesting one. Like in times gone by, it's just telling us where this thing's going to be. In times gone by, where Tuamafasi was, you just wouldn't see that given.
No.
You'd see someone like Nigel Owens at the scrum half is complaining, going, "He's not bothering you. Just play the ball."
Yeah.
But Ben O'Keefe there, perhaps for new rule reasons and perhaps just for Ben O'Keefe reasons, has decided that he has to physically move out of the way.
To be fair, he is in the way there.
No, I hear you, but I mean, it's hard for him to get out of the way and the ball is clean.
Yeah.
So in times gone by, they would just play on there. But
True.
it's just everything's being stringently officiated here.
Yeah. So
You could argue that him moving away would disrupt the ball more.
more so, yeah. Well,
than-
certainly if he
than
tried to
staying
move away,
still.
if it was TJ,
Yeah.
he'd take a knee as he does
Yeah,
during that.
exactly. Yeah,
I feel like the penalty was inevitable when he landed there.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Once you control your body going into contact, and if you land on the wrong side, you can't really complain.
I hear you.
It's not my least favorite penalty of the day so far.
No, it's just the fact that they're mounting and they're for everything.
Yeah.
It's like you get an old school saying in NFL that there's a holding call on every play.
Yeah.
If you want to find one, there
You
is
can
one.
ping anything.
Yeah.
There's the D-Mac smile and there's the D-Mac three-pointer. Instant reply.
He's kicked beautifully since the return of Super Rugby Aotearoa.
He has, and he's the top scorer.
His place kicking has been immaculate.
Yeah. And that is double figures for the Chiefs for the first time.
Damien McKenzie keeping them in this game, and we have a 1 point game again.
Yeah. Well, it could go down to the wire. That's what's fun about this game. If neither team can
Ali
shake the
Mallow
other
makes his
off.
first appearance here for the Chiefs, coming on for Sean Stevenson, who had a quiet evening.
13-12. Decent exit there.
Very decent.
That's
from
it's
Damien
better.
McKenzie.
It's actually improved on the fly. Their exit play.
When the Chiefs play with tempo, everything goes smoother.
Yeah.
The line out, the offloads, they need to put tempo on the ball. They can't play from a slow start. Otere Black has just
with a
mucked
drop.
a perfect pass right into the
that
turf.
was ugly. That was ugly. That was his worst play of the game.
And this
He's
is where they don't have the big Eden Park crowd in front of them. And this is the caveat that you have to add to the commentary on the new improved Blues is that we've seen the Blues look good and then recede into a shell and lose a game, lose a game by a score.
Yeah.
Like that is the old mantra of the Blues in these derbies: is to play well and then lose it by a score.
Yeah. Which they're on course to potentially do.
Yeah, exactly. It's little plays like that one from Otere Black that make that happen.
What is
Tanu
Tanu
speaking
Maga
for
saying?
Sky Sport.
He's frustrated.
He's lamenting errors,
Yeah.
and I think that is the story here for the Blues: is that they're the better team until the errors creep in.
Yeah.
And that one from Otere Black is a perfect example. And now Tuamafasi is going down.
Tuamafasi showing signs that maybe we're at the 60-minute mark and it's time to haul him out of there.
Yeah,
He's a great player, but
no question.
It slows down all the skill level and makes the opportunity for some tough collisions available tonight. So I think the big boys are doing that. Both sides are just negating each other by just going nowhere at the moment. So
he's not enjoying it. By the sounds of it.
Tana seems to be disgusted
He is.
with how it's going. like there's no question that sort of some coach plans are just in tatters at the moment.
Yeah.
Blues edging the contact, but Chiefs edging the error count, and that is just a frustrating whistle from Ben O'Keefe right as the scrum is about to set.
Slow it down, boys. Slow
I
down.
can't stand the hack of Ben O'Keefe at the moment. He's really annoying me. 19 penalties so far.
19 penalties in the game so far.
Excuse me, 17. But,
17 is it?
The 30 was recorded last week, and that could be
matched.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not 30 more in the last 20.
30 is so excessive.
Yeah.
Oh.
That penalty game, by the way, 12-5 against the Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including
crazy sin binning. Blues seem to have the edge there, but Hodgman seems to have just lost his feet there. So Kula gets it out and loses it.
That's the loosest play from him so far.
Yeah, it is, and he's under huge pressure now from the Blues. Oh, the Chiefs managed to just come away with the ball. Have it now on their own 10, just working the left-hand side. Good carry there. I think that was Leonard Brown. And a box kick here from Brad Weber, who gets under it. And it's a sky ball. Anybody's.
No one wants it.
Chiefs got it, though.
Chiefs got it. It bounced in there among so many heads.
Took a hold of it. Now the Chiefs have it on halfway. What are they going to do?
Stay tight, but quick ball.
Swung deep to McKenzie, who puts another little
stabs it over
Caleb Clark wise to it this time.
And uses Beauden very well.
Yeah.
Oh!
Beauden's just fucked it away.
Let's play on. No, it's not. It's going to be a line-out Chiefs or a scrum Chiefs.
I don't understand why Beauden did that.
Yeah, that was silly.
Nice little set.
Not how you play with a rugby ball.
He just threw it away.
That was the first error from Beauden.
Damien McKenzie's kicks are causing them problems.
They are.
It's just making them make decisions and make plays that they don't want to play.
Well, he tried to find grass in the backfield at the start and found that Beauden was covering everything as you would expect. And now he's come a little shallower, going cross field.
Yeah, it's much better.
Just over Caleb Clark's head.
The bombs and box kicks aren't great, but the little probing, stabbing McKenzie kicks are exactly what they need.
Yeah. We've had that with Warren Gatland teams before. With Wales, you'd say, like, don't kick it in the air. They'll just catch it all day. Don't kick it deep. They'll field it. But try and catch their wingers being a bit high. It's, it's been good.
It's the best piece of work.
Of the Chiefs' work so far. Yeah, it seems to be homework. And it also seems to have adjusted on the fly. Because, as we said, like, at the start, he was definitely going a little deeper with it and finding Beauden equal to that task. So it's good adjusting.
The end result now is that the Chiefs get set up on attack just from the right-hand side of the field, just inside the 40 of the Blues.
We can see another scrum here.
Scrum set for the Chiefs, who've had it certainly by no means the worst of it now in the second half at scrum time. Perfect platform. Beauden takes it flat, nice little ball.
Right.
And they go narrow again. And a Blues penalty. And this is what's going to start happening if they keep going narrow.
That was a frustrated kick away from someone. Oh, morning, Shield.
Good morning, Shields. You there?
Yeah, it is definitely most assuredly morning.
A wiser person than I managing to stay up for so long. Shells, excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Squinting to see you over there.
Now Beauden gets to relieve the pressure after his error put the Blues under pressure.
Yes, and the Blues get to attack now. God, it's gone nowhere this game.
Nobody's managing to get much off on offense. No. The one good offensive play, well, there's two from the Blues. The try set was excellent.
Yes.
And the one where they got Telea in space that resulted in a 3-point
actually, that was excellent.
Outside of that, offensive purchase has been at a minimum.
Yeah, very few,
especially from the Chiefs, little probing kicks here and there, but pure line breaks, few and far between. Yeah. Tupo goes off for the Chiefs. Yeah,
another good game.
Very good game. Beauden playing 10 now.
Switch. See, when the Blues come narrow, I don't mind it because they're winning the contact zone.
Yeah, no question, and they're less likely to knock it on, I think.
Yeah. With that being said, I do get excited when I see Rico in space.
Yeah, which we haven't seen enough of. Here's Rico in tight.
He does inject pace.
Telea also injects a bit of pace. Gets wrapped up.
A bit of hustle. I really like Telea's hustle.
Yeah, it's great. James Parsons now takes it at first receiver. Good carry. Trying to just generate a wee bit of tempo, working the blind side. And Rico takes it at first receiver. Now Faiani. And
Telea again, I
Telea
think.
just has to truck it up in the end.
Ran out of
Chiefs
space.
have kept their width quite nicely on that narrow side.
Lovely
Nice little tip-on pass. And now Tui Pilato can rumble. And he rumbles away from a
Gets
couple of
away from the
tackles.
tackle. That was brilliant.
Blues working their way towards the 22.
Squirts
Sam
out.
Knock has a chance to go.
Flings
Good
it wide.
ball! Caleb Clark marches into the 22 on the left-hand side. Now the
From
Blues are
Blues.
rumbling. And they have an
Penalty
advantage. Free play. Sam Knock gets it again. That's a really good hustle from Knock. Oh, Sawakula might be in position.
No, you can't.
You tackle
take
for a
that
second
through.
bite there, Cruden. Drop goal attempt here from
What are they
Beauden.
doing this for?
He got
I
it.
got it.
Nice skills from Beauden.
I'm gonna call. They did that last week as well, but it's like under penalty advantage. Should you be kicking that drop kick?
Barrett's just practicing his
He
drop
is just
goals.
practicing his drop goal sets.
That was nice. It was a nice kick.
Little drop kick.
Great. Well, the Blues, that was a really well executed
Lovely set.
offensive play.
Look,
Perhaps
that was-
you're right in the sense that they should have gone for the try there. They had the
Yeah.
penalty advantage, which was a 3-3 anyway.
Yeah,
But it was a lovely offensive set that results in 3 points. It was just
true.
a good amount of tempo. Really good work from Sam Knock. Really good
Yeah,
work
Sam
from
Knock
Tui
was really
Pilato. And a nice tip-on pass to unleash him.
Yeah,
I think it was Josh Goodhue gave that pass, but I'm not sure.
and we're at 16-12.
16-12.
The Wolfpack scoreline for anyone who knows niche references.
But yeah, that was an excellent play from the Blues. Chiefs were out of the game for large parts last week, but towards the end found
Managed to get into
a
it,
match-winning play that was undone by Bryn Gatlin's play.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna just mark that. Like, that was a great drop goal, well executed, but I'm going to mark that caveat. They may have wanted to try for all that great play, and it may have been on as well. And if it doesn't come, or if the Chiefs do nick it with a try late on,
you're going to return to it.
I'm going to return to it without
Yeah. It was as it is.
As it
it
is,
was
great
an
score.
excellent piece of work, and it
Yeah.
has earned them 3 precious points in this game.
Yeah. And
Sam Knock has had an excellent second
grown
half.
into this game.
Excellent second half.
Yeah.
Some of his plays and not just keeping the
Just
tempo
keep-
going
yeah,
by
yeah.
managing to wrench the
Ripping
ball
it
out of
up.
rucks.
Yeah. You need it.
He's gone.
That was his last
That
play
was
there.
his last intervention.
And then comes Finley Christie. Is it
Oh,
Finley?
Yeah, Finley
Yeah.
Christie.
Yeah.
And interestingly, Brad Weber's gone, and it's
Milo Harris.
Milo
or
Harris.
Marijuana Harris.
in the absence of that.
And it's
Takes
another
over.
terrible line out from the Chiefs.
Cruden picks it up though, and he goes straight into Papali'i.
Cruden into Papali'i was definitely not the plan there, but that's what ended up happening.
The plan was probably Leonard Brown.
Yeah, into Papali'i.
It
It's,
was setting up.
Jeez, that line out is just shocking. It's so bad, the Chiefs line out. And they've been turned over.
Oh, James Parsons just coming through. Now the Blues are getting confidence, and they're running it from their own half, which we haven't seen enough of. And Faiani whips it in field. Tui Pilato.
Tui Pilato.
How much is
He
he
has been
starting
awesome.
for the All Blacks? Like he's
Yeah.
just been brilliant. Oh, big carry from Ioane this time. They're really edging these contacts now.
They're bigger and stronger. And they
Yeah.
have a penalty advantage.
Do they?
No.
Yes. Blues playing excellent rugby
Yeah.
now, on the front foot the whole time,
Yeah,
getting confident.
they are. They're starting to move it a bit more.
Which we've like this is the thing that we haven't seen from them in seasons gone by is at 66 minutes in a one-score game playing with that kind of confidence and executing.
Yeah,
That's excellent stuff.
yeah, for
For
sure.
Chiefs, this could be the back of the Chiefs
The
broken.
Chiefs. I feel for them because I love them.
They're looking
And
confused.
they
lost.
they don't look like they're structured at all. It's very disjointed. No set pieces working for them. It's all very rudderless. And as you say, it is going to be a winter rugby tournament because it's only going to get deeper into New Zealand winter as we go.
Oh my days.
That was a great carry as
Yeah,
well.
in fact, Tui Pilato had a rumble
Tui
earlier,
Pilato
and then
did.
Akira Ioane.
Yeah.
The two pink-haired
And it
men
is
are
flopping there. He's
rumbling.
not on his feet. It's
Yeah.
a tight head, and it's a very obvious cut. Makes the rest decision oh so easy.
James Parsons, who's still on the field, has been executing baller line-out throws all evening. Can he get another?
Yes.
Oh, nearly
He's hanging in
stolen.
the air.
Nearly stolen by Bosher, but they have a penalty advantage now. And
Yeah.
Christie whips it back to Barrett. Probing kick. Hasn't worked out, and they'll go back for a penalty.
Jeez, it was a mess. It's
Now-
not a bad option.
Oh, interesting. I think
The Chiefs look like they're quitting on this
I
game.
think Tupe at 13 for
the
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs is actually losing the head.
Yeah, so he
After
shaped to do a drop
After the
goal.
last play, he got a nice close up from the cameras and he was looking a bit lost.
Yeah,
And then after that play,
there you go. Just in terms of second half penalties, balancing out
yeah, totally
5-1
I told you that
Chiefs.
happened.
Yeah, of course. You need to balance those stats.
Yeah. God knows what the clock
Just
actually
gonna
is at.
pause this.
So yeah, our clock is wrong again, folks.
Our clock is about a minute. Yeah, it's about a minute.
67:50 now, and Beauden is lining up an attempt, taking over from Otere Black.
Yes.
And the Blues have had an edge to them now. I think Bowden's now playing 10.
Yeah.
And the Blues have had an edge to them since that's happened.
12 minutes to play.
12 minutes to play. You just hear it said there.
Taking over the goal kicking.
Immortal cadence
Already now dropping. This for a
of
second
Graham
goal
Nisbet.
lead.
Nisbet.
How important could that be?
Nisbet to his mates.
We're gonna-
Beauden.
Well, we're going to give
Bowden's first
we
kick.
were going to give Beauden his silence, but the Chiefs fans are ringing their
The
cowbells.
cowbells are in the background, yeah. And it's not going to make any difference.
Oh, a bit of a manky one, but he
He's not
got
the
it.
cleanest striker of a football off the tee, but it doesn't matter because that makes it.
Beauden has made it 19 to
19-12.
12. And
It could be a bridge too far.
long way back for the Chiefs.
Chiefs haven't looked like scoring a try as much as we do like to say like they can score a try from
And
anywhere.
they did
They're
last
danger,
week when
and
they
they
didn't
did.
look like scoring a try. They managed to find 2 from nothing.
That's true,
But
but
at the moment,
it's tough to see anything
Nico
other
Lala
than
having
the
given away that
Blues
penalty
turning the
makes way.
screw. Could this be the Blues team that finally delivers on hype? Could Beauden be the secret formula?
hey, listen, adding Beauden to any team isn't going to hurt.
That's true.
Gelden Heist coming on for Nico Lala, who had to put in 70 minutes. And that's a nice restart from the Chiefs. They've taken the ball.
Yeah.
But it's ripped away. Magnificent work from Akira Ioane. How well has that Blues back row worked?
Awesome.
Oh,
And it's cleared. But
only as far as
Dean
McKenzie, and he's not kicking this
Him and
time.
Wainui.
But he's wrapped up by
wrapped up.
Sotutu, who's still game for every contact.
Yeah.
70 minutes in,
And the Chiefs bottled up in their own half.
and having to
narrow,
move the ball,
losing
and
contact.
not being able to
3
move the
Chiefs
ball.
losing to 1 Blue in that contact there.
And now what do? They're so narrow. Cruden manages to break through nearly. And now they're
The
kicking.
Satyrs might have to say, yes, I agree. Katai, we haven't seen them yet. They're still the great, not unknown, because the fear is that they could just come in and be head and shoulders above all of these teams. But
McKenzie's
the
having
Blues
a
look
pro. Sorry, Alan, go on.
no, I'm just saying the Blues look good
They
for the
do.
first time properly. Like they've looked like when Nonu came back last year. There's always been threatening. They've been threatening to be good for so long. But this team that they put together here
Yeah, no
is
question.
definitely capable.
Yeah, they did just the young guys coming through. I think Sotutu has made such a massive impact, and Papali'i making such a massive impact, combining with a maturing Akira Ioane.
To Palatu.
That's a lovely back throw, and then maturing Tuipolatu,
Yeah.
who's looking more
Loving the
more and
captaincy
more
role and all that.
nailed on all black starter every week.
Especially in the absence of Whitelock's gone. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
So
So it's
the big jersey needs filling, and he was unlucky to miss out on the World Cup even last year. He was,
Tuipolatu is looking brilliant.
yeah, for
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And even off of Tuilafasi is looking huge. So that's just a pack that's working really well. Add to that Rico Ioane, add to that Beauden Barrett, add to that
Yeah,
2
Rico
class
at 13
winners.
is such a fun
This is a
team.
fine team, and
Yeah.
they're getting it done in the wet weather away in Hamilton.
Yeah.
They're answering a lot of questions right now, and the Chiefs are only
Chiefs
adding
are bringing more
marks.
question marks.
Oh, here's Finley Christie.
Finley Christie does
Now
really
they're working
well.
the left hand side, and now Caelan Clark can rumble.
Oh,
and
he
he's
gets
up
up, he's
again.
held.
Tuipolatu.
Oh, what a sequence of play.
They just moved right into the heart of the Chiefs 22. Finley Christie has added such tempo. Rico, there's space.
Get it out.
Here it is. Oh, they just took too long to get it to Telea, but they still have it.
Still have it, and they're in the 22.
Now on the right hand side.
This
Well resourced in the end by
Game-killing
Tupal.
moments.
Blues moving it to the left hand side. Tuipolatu having another go.
He's been
Gets it away to
everywhere.
Parsons.
Lovely interplay between the forwards there.
Lovely work from the Blues.
Oh,
Barrett at 10. Ioane with a skip pass! And Telea's going to score!
What a try! What
Now
a
they've
try!
been all game for them to do that.
Yeah.
And they worked their way, they wore the Chiefs down, and that is a match-winning try right
What
there.
a
That is
try.
brilliant stuff.
Unreal.
That was a super score.
Awesome score.
What a pass from Akira Ioane, a skip pass off the left hand that just
Yeah.
made that score. Brilliant stuff.
And
Telea-
Finley Christie off the bench.
Finley
adding
Christie
zip.
adding such zip. Yeah.
Whew.
Tui Pilota with two
Caleb
huge
Clark,
touches.
once he gets his hands
Yes.
on the ball, such danger.
And
Tui Pilota, everywhere.
Yes, everywhere.
The man's everywhere.
And at 70 minutes for a unit his size.
Yeah.
Akira Ioane, what a pass that is. Making an absolute fool of
Their forwards are
Tupai.
class acts. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
serious, but that is a beautiful.
What a pass, Akira
Beautiful
Ioane.
pass.
That's Owen Farrell be proud of that. That's a super pass.
Love it.
And Telea, who has been hustling plays all day, gets his reward.
Yeah.
His winner's reward. He gets a try on a plate, and that's a
And he
brilliant.
deserves it.
Like last week, they were better. Like the 10-point scoreline flattered the Hurricanes.
Yeah,
This week they put the Chiefs in Hamilton to bed.
they have.
Blues are serious. I'm on board the hype train. This is a serious performance.
I
In
like
the
the
wet.
caveat with the Satyrs, might have to say.
No
It's
question.
definitely the
We
caveat.
haven't
It's
seen
the
the
great
Crusaders yet.
unknown.
We haven't seen the Crusaders yet, but that is just awesome stuff from the Blues.
Is it going to be 24 or 26? Can Beauden slot this tough touch?
The Blues' next game is at home against the Highlanders.
There you go.
They
The
have
Blues are motoring
every
towards
chance they
contention.
win against the Highlanders.
Yeah. That'd be a good game though.
Yeah, it will. Bodie can't
Bodie
get it.
shaves the right hand side, so it stays 26 or
Which-
24.
24, which, yeah, cool. Well,
24-12. Nah, it's unlikely.
makes it a little easier for the Chiefs to get a bonus point.
Get a bonus point, yes.
Great pass from Ioane. Just can't get over that pass off the left hand in the wet after 70 minutes
Yeah.
of footy. Oh, excuse me.
It's Rico, is it?
It's Sotutu.
Oh, it's Sotutu.
And I've been looking to give Sotutu the props all day long, and I've just gone rant and how that was Akira Ioane and it's Sotutu. The other yellow-haired man. Oh my God, Sotutu. Can you?
Satyrs number
can you-
5,
can you-
Cullen Grace is good.
Can you
Keep
say?
an eye out for
Yeah,
him.
we will do. Can you say enough about Sotutu? It was Sotutu
Yeah,
that pass.
Sotutu with that pass, he's got all black credentials.
Gee whiz. What
What a try. What a match-winning
brilliant
score.
try. And that was Sotutu. That's unreal. He's just
Yeah.
making play after play. He might be man of the match 2 weeks running.
Wainui, under pressure from Telea, does gather the ball.
Now the Chiefs have to throw everything.
They have to
at
throw
this.
everything at it. But they're still playing narrow first hit up. Oh, I don't know about any of this from the Chiefs.
Still narrow.
Still narrow.
I don't know what Gatlin wants to do with this team, but
Not loving it.
I'm not loving it at all. Cruden now in a bit of space. Now McKenzie. Now they're loosening up. Tupai has it. And now Anderson Leonard Brown needs to find the man on his inside.
Oh,
Great tackle, Christie.
Christie
But the
has
Chiefs
been
have managed to finally
And
make a
then the
line
Chiefs
break.
are in the 22.
Great line,
Teamwork.
McKenzie. They're up. They're about 10 meters out now, the Chiefs. They finally sprung to life.
That was brilliant to see because that's their best
Best
play.
show of the match. They've got to make a try. They've got to get it
has to
now.
be a try right now if we're to have a game on. We all want this grandstand finish.
Here come the Chiefs. 10 meters out. Cruden in the ruck. They've tightened up again.
It's slowed up again. We are in the 22, deep in Blues territory, but it is slowing up. I think they could, you could keep picking jamming all day. I don't think they'll get over that way.
Well, Felden Nice makes a decent show.
A little shove.
They're going to try and strike. I don't think they're going to pick and jam their whole way there, but they're going to just try and tighten it up enough that they can strike on one side or the other. I suspect DMAC will break open side. They're just eaching. They're about 5 meters out, and they're just working it to the left, creeping towards the left-hand touchline.
So they're going to slash it right.
About to start working it right now.
And they do.
Keeping it tight at the moment, the Chiefs. About 3 meters out now. Good carry there.
They need to score quickly.
Oh, they got a penalty. They may have to tap.
They need an insta
A
score.
scrum is 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. Even the line out has been so dodgy for them that you wouldn't back it.
I think they have to tap. I think they should tap. I think Cruden knows that, and I think Cruden's about to tap.
And he taps.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
And we're
big
still
tackle,
tight.
Papali'i. Oh, did the Blues break early there? About 2 minutes left.
And
The ball comes
skirts
loose, and Finley Christie has it.
And that's game over.
And it's game over. Smacks it into touch. And the Blues are going to take this win. 3 minutes to go.
Yeah. And now all the Chiefs are fighting for is the bonus point. What do you think, Sash?
You just have time off at 76.48 as opposed to 59.
Yeah, okay.
Sotutu, who I did not give the credit to for his awesome pass
In the try.
In the try, he's just managed to get a close up there for himself because the ball broke before him.
And
He's
drops it on the top.
He's a phenomenal young
He's
player.
a great young player.
And so many so many of this Blues.
Hurukatai comes in with damn. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's happening for the Chiefs.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like so many of this Blues pack are going to be an All Blacks conversation. We haven't had to say that for years.
No, this is true. Yeah, the Blues fans rejoice. I suppose they're probably old at this point. They've had so much pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been a really good performance in Waikato.
And by contrast, the Chiefs look rudderless.
Yes, they
Gatland,
do. Here we are.
Here's
Cruden.
Great tackle on Cruden. He nearly ran away there.
Bags of potential with this Chiefs side.
McKenzie inside ball.
That's a maul.
Great little play now from the Chiefs, and they're at 5 out. And they're just right of the goalposts.
Oof.
Oof. Penalty Blues.
Blues.
Side entry.
Yeah.
And
It's
the penalties
in keeping with the penalty of the
the
match.
penalties that were going the Chiefs' way in the first half are now going the Blues' way. And that is game.
And a pacing, arms folded, cranky looking Warren watches on.
Your team look
Well,
awful.
you've only yourself to blame.
Wow, his team look awful at the moment. I mean, there's no two ways about it.
No. I think it's
But
the coachable
the-
things.
but
It's their set
the-
piece and
yes.
strike playing off scrums, lineouts, restarts, exits. All of these things that are coaching errors.
For the talent that they have, it's almost inexcusable.
Well, like when you think what Cheka was doing for the rudderless Wallabies when he came in, and what they were really bad at were things like set piece, things like restart, and what he focused on was like, we don't have maybe the best players we've ever had. We're going to drill this to buggery and become the most disciplined set piece side that we can.
Well, his Chiefs side are certainly not that.
No, they're not.
But that said, the Blues made the Hurricanes look average last week.
They did.
And the question remains:
how good are they?
How good are they?
Yeah,
they're going to keep going. They have the Highlanders next week.
This is
too
crooked feed.
That's unfortunate. James Parsons, when he was on, was absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
and
he stayed on a long shift for a 2 because of it. But yeah, no, their lineout looks good. Their scrum looks decent as well. Set piece, restart. The axis of Barrett and Akira, or not Akira, and Otere Black. Obviously useful.
And they actually add an extra bit of attacking pump to their game with about 20 to go when Barrett slots in at 10.
Yeah.
Then it actually just injects a bit of pace.
Yeah, and even Finley Christie off the bench does that as well. It changes the whole setup of their back line.
And with a Dan Carter to come.
There is a question mark over just how good they are, but they've started 2-0. This is the first away win in the comp is going to go to the Blues.
27 seconds to go.
Oh, we've not turned this on.
Oh, forget it.
It's full time.
It's full time. We have the last play here, just about to happen. 15 seconds to go. Chiefs are setting up a scrum, about 25 out from the Blues line. And the right hand side of the field, and this is for a losing bonus point. To try for a losing bonus point, a simple equation for the Chiefs, but they haven't found a try all day, and they haven't, outside of the last 2 minutes, they haven't looked close.
Yeah.
Great scrum, Blues! Instant injection of pace. Now they may have lost their feet there, but they've turned it over against the head.
Beauden
and Beauden Barrett spanks it into the Chiefs' half. Story of the match. MacKenzie has to take them all on. Why knew he gets to go back to MacKenzie. This is the danger. But a ball goes to the deck, and they do try and flick it on. And geez, when they forget everything and just try
all structure be gone, we're going to try and play some catch pass rugby.
Most dangerous.
Yeah. There's the very high pitched Waikato
McKenzie trying to find width, but a great shoot from Telea Try.
And Papali'i.
This Blues pack are brilliant.
And it's turned over.
And they've stolen the ball.
There's a chance for a bonus point here.
Ooh.
If they get a third try, it'll be 3 tries to 0.
And
that's a bonus point.
And that could be a steal. Chiefs may kick this out. They are defeated thoroughly.
But both sides have to keep going, don't they? Because there's points on offer here.
But the Chiefs are defeated here. They can't get anything going.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Good defiant charge there.
yeah, Tupai.
It's going to be turned over again.
No,
Oh,
he's giving them a generous penalty. They're going to tap. They are going to play. McKenzie's trying to do it all himself. Tries a probing kick that's going to go out. And that's the game.
That's the game.
Well, that is superb work from the Blues.
Yeah. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. And here Katai saying Gats sucks. Blues are good. Gats don't like that. Yeah. All true. As popular an opinion as Gats sucks is in the Irish waters, I don't fully agree with it. I think he did create one of the greatest probably the greatest Welsh team we've seen in the professional era. But it did take him 10 years to do that.
No question. Although they did win a Grand Slam in the first season. But,
yes, this is true.
Whatever about the Welsh team and whatever about Warren Gatland and the Lions and everything else, at the moment his Chiefs team
are a rudderless mess.
Rudderless mess, and they were completely exposed and battered in the wet weather.
At home.
Like in the wet weather, a 12-point win is almost like equivalent to a 30-point win in the dry.
Yeah,
they were. Like, to be honest with you, they were given 12 points by the ref.
Yeah.
Most of which seemed to be very dodgy calls.
They did.
And in terms of the general play, they got very little off.
Didn't seem to get anything at all. And the Blues could have bonus pointed them there if they'd got in at the end. So that would have been a fair enough reflection.
Blues, by contrast, were winning every contact. There was playmaking going on for days. They were very, very well structured. They had an excellent set piece. They knew what they were doing with the ball when they were kicking it had a purpose. Where they were attacking it had a purpose.
Yeah.
There was a very clear plan to break and physically dominate the Blues and the Chiefs and take the game to the place they needed it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was a really, really impressive, excellent performance. And I think just looking at their team sheet, there's a lovely balance to it.
Yeah.
And this is the best Blues side that there has been since I started watching Super Rugby.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Papoose has come in with what the fuck is going on?
The Blues are good. In case you switched out, that's what's going down, Papoose. The Blues are actually good.
Yeah.
Blues are now the best team in New Zealand. Again, we'll caveat that with what are the Crusaders going to say about all of this? We haven't seen them yet.
The question Papoose put is just how have Blues become this way? With a couple of acquisitions, the acquisition of Beauden Barrett is massive. But then just loads of really class young talent.
Yeah.
Rico Ioane is not the only member of this backline. Otere Black has become a brilliant 10. The two wingers, Caleb Clark and Telea, are very, very fine players, and they have this freakish pack of potential All Blacks.
Otere Ioane and Papali'i making play after play after play.
James Parsons is playing some phenomenal rugby for an elder stalwart. He's probably not going to be an All Black, but he's playing perfect rugby
Club
at the moment.
Rugby, yeah, club stalwart.
Tuamafasi could easily be an All Black.
Yes.
Brilliant scrummaging tight head. Has 50 great minutes in him.
Yeah.
Tui Palatu is looking like the best lock in New Zealand. He's everywhere. His play in the loose is massive. His carry game is huge. He's perfect in the line-out, and in defence, he's making play after play.
Yeah, all of this
and that back row of Otere Ioane, Dalton Papali'i, and the best of them all, Sotutu, is playmaking and physicality. It rolled into one, and every one of them seems to have an engine to go 80 minutes. They phenomenal.
Papali'i was harshly sin-binned as well. I wouldn't even blame him for it because I thought he made a good steal in that instance. He was doing his job, getting in and hustling. Yeah.
Hikaru Katai does make the point here. The Thunder, that's the Satyrs. That is coming tomorrow. We aren't actually going to be streaming that tomorrow.
It's a bit early for our body clock.
It's 4 a.m. our time, and we're going to thank our lucky stars for the record button and press it and watch it when we wake up at a reasonable hour on Sunday.
For sure.
That game is going to be an interesting reveal for the opening of the Crusaders. But I mean, we have the Blues here after last week just destroying the Hurricanes, going away to a backs against the wall Chiefs, and for all money destroying them as well.
Yeah. Absolutely dominating.
And
the Chiefs have so many question marks as a result of all of this. Like they don't look good at all. Anton Leonard-Brown is doing a Jamie Roberts impression, crashing up every ball.
Yeah.
Why? And then the one instant, like it was only when the game was gone and they were 12 points down that they decided to abandon all of that, try and get their playmakers with their hands on the ball and create something. And they did. Instantly went up the pitch, looked much better and more potent.
The best moments they had were with their kicking game when they gave MacKenzie a little bit of space
chance
to probe,
stab,
or Cruden a little bit of space to probe. But that had to be the whole game. I mean, they had to be testing those Blues wingers the whole game. For far too often, they were entering contact zones they had no business being in. They weren't even entering it on their terms.
No.
But they had attacking sets, maybe about 40 out from the line. that they were just playing in this narrow space against this big Blues pack.
Yeah, silly.
And they had to
Silly.
be moved around. You want Leonard Brown in the wide channels. You want Luke Jacobson in the wide channels. You want to be probing the soft shoulders. You want to be testing the defensive now of Rico Ioane and probing the soft shoulders of Telea.
That wasn't tested at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Rico Ioane is looking brilliant every time he gets his hands on the ball, but he's an untested defensive entity in this 13 channel.
He was brilliant last week. He shut down Lamont. He was excellent, but the Chiefs didn't even go there. The Chiefs were instead running into the likes of Tui Paladu and Tuamafasi, who were just eating them up every contest. And the Papoose just making the point that the Crusaders could be in for a shock with the way the Blues pack are trending. And that's like, be prepared for this narrative now in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Because next week it's the Blues against the Highlanders in Eden Park.
Yes,
Blues are going to be odds-on favourites to do to do the Highlanders next week. Now the Highlanders were decent last week, but not as impressive as the Blues.
No, not at all.
If they show up, they should be able to do for the Highlanders at home. And then the hype train for the Crusaders Blues clash is going to be off the scale.
Which is what you want.
Box
office versus the monsters of the Crusaders, the rumbling engine of the machine that is the Crusaders.
Young pretenders to the throne, and they're looking very, very impressive, and it's made for a nice, interesting picture. The only negative is just the depressing factor that the Chiefs
look at the Warren Gatland Waikato Chiefs. Is not. I'm so unconvinced, or I'm getting convinced now that they're shite. It's not good at all, because they have some tremendous players. It's just they seem to be playing in the wrong way when they have the ball, and when they're without the ball, they're lacking for physicality pretty much everywhere. Their pack just aren't as good. So it was like the drillable, coachable things, like in this time off period when they were preparing for all of this, like you'd hope that things like your own line-out ball, certainly at the start of games, aren't as hopelessly abject as they were at the start of that game. It took a few speculative penalties to get them into this game at all. If you could even call what they were into it. Like it was a 1-point game, but they hadn't really fired a shot.
The scoreline was firing them the whole way. I mean, the guys were just chatting to Karukita and Papoose about like the touch of Gatlin ball to it, and Papoose touched on it, just like it's Gatlin ball without the imposing pack. Warren has to look at what assets he has.
You got to play your strengths
and play to those strengths, exactly, because this Chiefs team do not have the capacity to play that kind of game.
Ball, no.
Like Anton Leonard Brown is a brilliant player, but he's
not Jamie Roberts.
That's not where he should be deployed. These guys need to be attacking soft shoulders. They need to be piling small amounts of players into narrow spaces, looking to
execute short sides.
Looking to execute offloads, and then looking to exploit space where it is with the kicking.
You'd love to see them play a bit more in the mold of the new Toulouse or France kind of image. Keep the ball alive, up tempo. That being said, that Toulouse team have a better pack than even this Chiefs side. But in the one instance in this game where it was immediately after the Blues scored their game-ending, match-winning, glorious try, they did seem to abandon all of their plans in the midfield, because all of their attacking sets in the midfield up till then had taken a similar shape of them going too narrow, getting dominated, ending up having to kick it. But this time they decided, no, we'll stand a bit deeper, go wide, and they did get outside them, and they did find their way all the way up to the 22.
One thing that I will say is that I think Tupai at 13 looks a little out of his depth.
He does. He certainly looked tilted by the end.
Not contributing too much. And like Sean Wainui again, just not used.
No, he barely. The only time we saw him was when he was fielding kicks.
Yeah, and Ali Mallow and Sean Stevenson the exact same.
Yeah.
So it's just it's almost a hard one to figure out in the wet weather. How they've had 3 months to prepare. And they come in looking lost. I mean, it doesn't.
It's not good. It's not good for Warren. Certainly doesn't do his All Black credentials too much good so far, considering he still has them.
Papoose seems to be just echoing what we're saying. Just you have Damien, you're not playing quick ball in the wide channels.
Very true.
Throwing Anton Leonard Brown into the contact for the sake of it. I think Karukita just backing it up by saying, they should be playing fast and they should be running and they should be playing on instinct.
Well, you're right in saying, like, you have the luxury of a DMAC in your backfield. What are you doing? Why is he sitting deep and kicking all the ball? Why isn't he getting a chance to unleash his wingers at all?
A part of it is because there was wet weather.
Yes, that's definitely a part of it.
Even in the wet weather context, one of the things that I've adored about the Chiefs is they seem to be they have always been a team with the philosophy, rather than just attack, or run. It's find space.
Yeah.
Go where the space is. And tonight they didn't do that.
No, they went where the contact is.
Yeah, exactly.
And they lost the contact then.
Yeah.
Which is just silly. Like, even in the wet weather, even though it's tougher to handle, you got to look at your avenues for success. Like, they probably knew on paper, we knew on paper, looking at it, that the Blues had the better pack and possibly the better team. And then as soon as you tune in and you see the wet weather and the rain, you're going like, okay, there's home advantage for the Chiefs, but there's definitely wet weather and physicality advantage for the Blues. How are the Chiefs going to approach this? And the answer was all wrong.
Yeah.
Even though it's a wet weather game, that doesn't mean it has to become an arm wrestle necessarily.
Yeah.
You can try and kick it and find kick to space, pass to space. Just try and move those big forwards around and play your game and the crowd would have responded more if they were trying to find a bit more space. The one instance where they did in that when the game was gone, the crowd did get off their feet. Yeah. It was the loudest noise we heard.
75 minutes in, that was the first line break that they made.
Exactly, yeah.
Where the Blues, by contrast, playing much more efficient, much more coached plan, did manage to get some success.
Yeah.
Hikarukuta has come in with like wet or dry. New Zealand team should be running the ball. And not to give too much away, but we have a video in the works sort of addressing New Zealand rugby and the curious changes that it's undergoing at the moment.
For sure. And, philosophical changes. And the Chiefs are central to it. They're definitely a seminal symbol of where Kiwi rugby has been and where it's gone.
Yeah. Not to give too much away, but we do have a video talking about that subject in the works at the moment. Papoose coming in with Chiefs v Canes is now going to be for who the worst team is, and that's a wild experience.
We haven't thought of that in a wee while.
That's super rugby.
I still think the Hurricanes fans will be very, very jaded and bitter looking at Beauden's lovely plays and Otere Black's lovely plays in a Blues shirt.
Yeah, it's wild. And they have to deal with this young man Garden Bishop.
He didn't look any great shape.
The Hurricanes have to deal with the Crusaders tomorrow, and
that'll be the Hurricanes announcing their arrival on the Super Rugby Aotearoa.
We aren't covering that game over here because it's too early, frankly. But the teams are named, and just going to go through them now before we wrap up. Crusaders do have their old school pack of the front row of Joe Moody, Cody Taylor, Michael Altoa. They do have Sam Whitelock in the row with Mitchell Dunshee, and the back row of young men, Cullen Grace, Billy Harmon and Wetu Douglas, Bryn Hall and Richie Moonga at 9 and 10, Jack Goodhue and Braden Enor in the centre, George Bridge and Seven Reese on the wings, and Will Jordan at fullback.
Will Jordan is the only one I'm less.
Will Jordan's been playing there for a few years now. He's one of the many guys in the rotation.
I do like Braden Enor. I actually think is a real class act. I thought he was slightly unlucky to be overlooked for the All Blacks last year. I think he's brilliant. Very hasty 13.
It is interesting to see like a back row from the Crusaders without the likes of Taufua and Matt Todd and Kieran Reid, obviously. So new young back row, it does sort of whet the appetite for that Blues Crusaders clash.
It does, yeah, because this Blues back row are so credentialed by the looks of it.
But do you have any thoughts on what might happen tomorrow beyond the Crusaders rumbling?
I think the Crusaders are going to rumble. That being said, the only caveat is they might be rusty. If there's ring rust factor, the Canes will feel they need to get a win. For sure. They're at home. They'll want to get a win. No, I'd like you never like if my bookie hat is on, you never really go too far without betting on the Crusaders in these derbies. So I will say that the Crusaders do get the better of that one. It'll be nice to see some of those players back. You know, Moonga, haven't seen him play since the World Cup really. Well, a few rounds of Super Rugby in the warm-up phase of Super Rugby where it's all early doors and then it was called off. So we didn't really get to see the season heat up before, and now we're here. So it'll be nice to see some of these Crusaders giving a go. I'm curious to see the likes of Sam Whitelock. Will he be in good shape? All of it. Those are question marks that are like just intangibles, impossible to know because they're the one team we haven't seen.
Yeah.
But as far as organisation and drilling is concerned, I really doubt the Crusaders. I think they're light years ahead of most
considerably
in Super Rugby.
Considerably unimpressed with what the Hurricanes were offering.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenal pass. Sorry, I'm rewatching the Talia try there. It's just a phenomenal pass from Sotutu. When we were calling it live, I gave
left-hand spin pass, skip pass from your number 8. That's what you want.
Sotutu is awesome operator.
I love number 8s who can pass a football.
Yeah,
hate number 8s who can't.
21 years old, and he's got all the skills and all the physicality. He's only going to get bigger and more wise. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm very, very much on board. That's a 2-2 hype train.
Yeah. Who's agreeing? They are always they brought preparation to a whole new level for Super Rugby in general. Like the Crusaders and their drilling is something that is really, really admirable and something formidable. It's like it always feels like a mismatch when they're up against a poor weekly Aussie team, but even in the Kiwi derbies, they tend to edge it in recent times.
No question. Well, that is to look forward to, and you will be able to catch us again. We're going to be doing this every Saturday morning for the duration, I think, of Super Rugby Aotearoa, or at least until we don't.
Yes, but we will endeavour to.
I am relatively certain we will be back next week for the Blues again against the Highlanders in Eden Park.
Yeah,
and
we're just following the Blues all season.
Well, yeah, indeed. I'm looking forward to watching the Blues again after getting to see a taste of them again today, because they're a fun team.
They're a fun team, and Papali'i getting a little montage.
Listen, Rugby Tie, take it easy. And
thank you for joining us.
Take it easy. Everybody watching. We're gonna sign off now. But a lot of fun, great game, and the big takeaway is that the Blues
are for real.
Serious unit.
They seem to be the big competition.
And some of those young men have Test rugby potential as well, especially in that forward pack. So very, very exciting, very fun. The Blues at least play to a very high standard, and the hype train rolls on. Blues could be for real this time.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note, on that bombshell, we're going to leave it.
Peace and love, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace and love. Take care. Bye-bye.